What?
Yo, fam.
Yo, what up, son?
What is going on? Oh, you weren't there. Okay. I was wondering. Yeah, this game was that shit. Return of
Oh, man. NWO. Classic. Razor Ramon, the Razor's Edge.
So you can play all this video game shit, no problem. You play a regular song, big problem. With the Stinger. Dude, Sting is still wrestling to this day. Old as fuck.
He is?
Oh, bro. He's in that shit called AEW. He's like last year, he's jumping off the second story balcony out through a table and shit, like 60-something years old. Still making that money. Yo. What's been going on out here in the metaverse today?
I don't know, man. I've been out for a minute, and then I caught up with you guys about this Jason Schwartzman guy, Schwartz, going after these retards on.
What was the guy's name? I'll try to pull him up. I forgot what his name was.
It was like Jason. Oh, let me find it. Hold on.
Jason Paul Schwartz or something, right? Jason John Schwartz.
Jason.
Yeah, I typed in. He's Freedom Growers talking about him too. Jason John Schwartz. Use the Schwartz.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, I love.
So it's this dude. He's a medical doctor.
And Jim Bob's in the chat. I'm pretty sure ABT said he came on your show one time, man. I don't know if you can confirm that or not, but
hey guys, check it out.
So this dude's been going in hard on Paul Unslave, Freedom Grower, all this other stuff. His name's Jason John Schwartz. What's up, Denise? Haven't seen Denise in a while.
Yeah, since
Jim
she
Bob says, "Did you guys ever hear about Andre the Giant 20-pound shit he took on an airplane?"
No, I'm pretty sure, Jim Bob, he's been on your show. I don't know, but EBT suspects he's one of the sola scripturists, so I imagine he would gravitate to your channel. So
I listened to this stream a little bit. It was pretty good. He had Wizard and Tizzy. Early on. But so this dude's a doctor. There's somebody in a gown somewhere waiting for this guy to come in, and he's like battling on.
Hold on, I gotta rebuke these Gnostics real quick. Hold on 1 second. This is important. Hold on. You love to see it, man. I really enjoy this. So, I mean, you can't talk to these people, man. There's no
Okay. Layla, I think what he's saying, I think what Tobo is saying is that this Jason guy, this Grey's Anatomy dude, he's been on Jim Bob, is I think what he's saying.
That's what EBT has said.
Okay. They're talking about famous dump stories, and I've never heard of any of these. Andre the Giant. Does anyone want to come up and share a famous?
Well, I know Sloshing Towards Gomorrah has told us about the Steven Stallone waffle stomp thing, about him taking a shit in his own showers at the Hard Rock Cafe, because he owns, I guess, one of them. I don't know if he owns them all, but he owns one of them. Yeah, and apparently, like, he would do this thing where he shits in the showers and he would like fucking stomp them through the grates. Yeah, Rambo. It's STG, it's sloshing, but it's just funny. It's just funny that this is a thing.
If you guys got any famous shit stories, Andre the Giant, Sylvester Stallone, or your own,
yeah, apparently that was the thing. Like, I guess the management was like had to like say something to him.
I bet Cecil. I have a funny shit story. Is I worked in the hood before. I used to work at like the hood of St. Paul's, like just the nastiest. If you know anything about St. Paul, rice in front. Okay, and this. I would go to this place where I worked, and I went in one morning, again, leaning against the wall of the business was two crutches, and there's just shit splattered all over the wall, bro. There's so much shit, bro. It's all over the wall, and there's a giant pile on the ground. Dude, the dude could all of a sudden walk afterwards. He didn't need the crutches anymore. About that, like, he was on crutches, bro. He was healed afterwards.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's so filthy, man.
But he could walk. What the fuck?
Ah, that's so fucked up, man.
What's up, Cecil Drake?
What's this guy doing, man?
He's always like chopping onions or some kind of shit.
Scallops. I need scallops now. They're bland.
Oh, that shit's almost out of code. Look at, he's trying to serve you the shit that expires tomorrow.
It's a code, man. 5:30. 5:30. It's coming. Disaster is coming. That's tomorrow.
That's what the background symbolizes. It's the carpet
rolling
about
Atlanta. Cum. Look, it's a white container. It's a container of cum. That's what he's putting in the fucking soup tomorrow.
Some thick nut.
That's some heavy cream nut. He's about to.
BV says there's some homeless person who makes shit shrines in the garden at work. What's a shit shrine?
Is he making like little
making medallions out of them, like Starfire?
I don't know, there's little figurines out of shit.
Stack rocks around it. He's trying to prove that you're on a flat Earth. He stacks the rocks up.
Oh yeah, that proves it. Yeah, that proves it.
Would you be able to? Would rocks stand up, bro, if the Earth was spinning 8,000 miles an hour.
Okay, so are we
Like a
moving
meter.
8,000 miles an hour? Okay, it's so easily retarded. Are we moving 8,000 miles an hour? Okay, we're not. So why would the rocks be?
El Sensei said, I forgot it was Monday. I thought it was Sunday. I thought it was Saturday. I sat down and I started making a cover. It fucked me up that it wasn't Saturday. What's up, Cecil? I had you muted because you're.
Oh, you know, bro. Just
Yo, Cecil,
kitchen.
pull out the blicky. Pull out the blicky, bro. Pull out the airsoft blicky.
I know you got it.
Yeah,
I know you know all the shit lore, some epic shit stories.
Yeah, bro. That's what I came out here. I wanted to tell you real quick. So, apparently, you guys know about India and Indians, right?
In India,
Oh yeah,
India.
I heard the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
in the streets in
it's
India.
bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So apparently, I got a buddy of mine from California that went into the trucking business or whatever. Okay, and he's telling me that there's a lot of East Indians in the trucking business. And so truckers, for whatever reason, they go to truck stops, obviously, where you can like pay for a shower. A lot of these motherfuckers will shit in the fucking shower at truck stops. Okay, so
Are they
during,
waffle stomping it down the drain?
I don't know, dude. I didn't get that deep into this. I didn't really ask or whatever, but I guess that's what goes on or whatever, right? So like, they don't care. They'll shit anywhere. They're from India. Don't fuck with them. But so while this guy was doing this, I was up in Seattle Doordash, right? And so also as it occurs, dude, East Indians are some of the worst tippers as far as like anything to do with tipping somebody. I don't know why that is or whatever. They're trying to compete with another certain racial group or something like that. But anyway, so I'm door dashing, right? I'm door dashing, right?
Already funny.
And so I'm in my car for like 10 hours a day door dashing and shit. And I used to make like pretty good money, right? And so I'm out in the richer part of Seattle, and you know, I can tell who it is because the name on the order is and there's like no tip.
Some alphabet person, yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm no tipping. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, we call them alphabets because they got every letter in the alphabet in their name.
oh, dude, back in my hippie phase, I was actually trying to teach myself Hindi. Like I know like one or two sentences in our language and everything, but yeah, it's super tough language to learn. But anyway, so I get to the person's house, and it's like, dude, it's been like 5 hours since I've taken a piss or whatever. So I go over there and I put the food in front of their door, and I go back and I'm like not trying to freaking do anything or whatever, but like I got my car door open, right? And their food is over there, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not exposing myself. I'm just gonna take a piss, right here. Like nobody's gonna notice. I'm just gonna, right here up against the curb. So what happens is they come out of their freaking house, and they're looking at me all sideways, and I'm like, what? I'm in India. And I get back in the car and I drive away.
That was the payoff.
Pretty much.
I did not hit her. I did not. This is bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, I went the wrong way. Hi, Mark. You see? I'm just trying out some new shit, man. I'm just trying out some new shit.
Keep trying.
I don't get it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That guy's
shout out
way
to the
too good at
chat, man.
pussy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone got that joke. You want to try again?
You don't
No,
get
I
it?
really don't, dude.
I mean, I've never sat through that movie, but you're not meme
What
enough
movie?
to get, oh, hi, Mark. Like, of all the meme shit that Toilet Bowl drops you've never seen, you don't know this scene. Hi, Mark.
Is this from a movie?
It's kind of a movie if you could sit through it.
Okay, I gotta get back to work, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to, since you guys were all like,
All right, Cecil pissed on the street. In Florida, you'd be a sex offender if you did that.
well, dude, it was like, okay, like I just delivered to this, Dothead house, and then like I'm like, dude, I gotta go. I gotta go right now, right? And they
I
come
feel you, man.
out of their
You
house
gotta
and pick
go.
up their DoorDash and look at me, and I'm like, I'm in
You're
India.
just touching your dick, and then you were touching their food. They're probably like,
No, actually, I touched their food, then I touched my junk.
well, that's the proper order.
Yes, correct.
Where do you
Anyway,
Anyway, are you the thing from Fantastic Four? Is that true? Any truth to that rumor? Ben Grimm.
he's about to get fired. His flies up.
I got a friend that happened to. He was pissing outside of a college party, and he's not like a sex offender, but he's got like one of those sex charges just because a cop saw him pissing in like out back of a college building.
That's just what they tell you. All the predators have that same story. They just say, "Oh,
No, this is my like best high school friend that it very much happened to. He doesn't have to tell you he moved in next door, but the charge was very sexual related, despite the cop knowing he was just pissing outside of a party."
okay." You gotta keep Illumitami on a leash, man. You can go now, Tommy. Your 5 minutes is up. 3 minutes of it was backstage.
He's wilding out, my guy.
You got some videos, Turlet.
I got some things, some stuff from this Gangstalker fucking account I ran into.
Yeah, gang. Was it like a TikTok or Gangstalker TikTok or something?
It's not a TikTok. No, it's from Telegram. I mean, there's that one video I posted it, which was this lady.
Oh, Vizia, come in and we'll play the Benton video. I'll just play it. Fuck it. Last time I was overthinking it, I should have just played it.
Are you talking about the weapons
the
one?
gun locker video?
I mean,
you want to come in now or later? We'll just play it.
I don't know.
Few of my friends, Yellow Cake Makers has a few of my friends got charged pissing outside near a school. It was on the other street behind bushes, but they are still on the see. I think that's just what people say when they're on the registry. They're like, "Yeah, well, I was just pissing outside."
I mean, I think it's kind of fucked up that if you get caught publicly urinating, I think there's a certain amount of charges that you'll be labeled a sex offender. So
EBT's trying to score the exclusive Benton Storage Lockers video. No, it's right here fucking tonight. Mad viewers here. We got 72 in that. When we get to 100 viewers, Busy is going to come on and show the Benton Gun Locker video. Tell your friends, share the link. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Jessica Jane.
That I hadn't seen anything weird about this Jason guy or whatever, but I was really enjoying the guy we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed that. I think more Christians should be out here, pushing back on these retards. Like come on, stop with the pacifist bullshit. That's not helping anybody.
That's what those people think that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, they
think you're supposed to be a doormat and just like let people talk shit.
Yeah, and I was really enjoying that, and it's like you can't listen. Even if you went through Bible verse by Bible verse from front to end, it still wouldn't matter to some people. It's like there's a certain amount of discernment with like the person you're talking to and like how far you can get with them by explaining something that at some point it just doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how well you can explain things to them in a cogent fashion. It really doesn't matter. Some people are just so hooked into their beliefs that it's not a matter of learning anything, or, you know, if they were confused about something in the Bible that they're offended by or something like that, that there's a, you know, a clarifying position, an outside perspective. You know, this is the thing about the human experiences. Isn't that what they parade? Isn't that what they champion? Oh, everybody has a voice. Isn't that why they champion this idea of, oh, it's an allegory, so it's everybody's perspective is respected. So, but it sort of stops on a dime when it comes to actually the Bible and what it actually really means, and not this sort of allegory, wishy-washy ambiguity thing. You know, they never want to outsource an opinion out that doesn't relate or doesn't coincide with theirs. You know what I mean? Like they
the hug box. Their panels become hug box.
Right. They want a hug box, and that's, I guess that's fine. I mean, it's just, you know, like, I guess I thought truthing, you know, this, you know, when I had that stream the other night about is conspiracy dead, is because it feels like to me that, like, you know, people kind of, you know, it's almost like I'm sort of mimicking Matt McKinley here by saying that people are really just sort of got their 10 toes down in their little camps, and they just don't want to budge. But like,
well, these people too, like Gnostic shit type people, are like, it's similar to like the Mandela effect and all this other type shit, where it's like, I can't think of the right term right now, but before, they're not subscribed to one worldview, right? So they can just pick and choose whenever they start getting boxed in a corner. They can, if they're using the Bible, then they can all of a sudden switch to the Tao or whatever, switch to the Bhagavad Gita anytime, anywhere. So they can never actually get pinned down to an actual real belief.
That what you're describing exactly is the term that guy used in that video, the Gnostic parasite. I forget the guy's name, unfortunately, but he was saying, yeah, it's not, you know, it's liquid modernity, where there's nothing really to hold on to anymore. Everything is just sort of homogenized together in these groups where, you know, there's truth in everything, yada yada. And I see Aphrodite in the chat saying blah blah blah, but unfortunately, Aphrodite, you subscribe to that nonsense. You know, you subscribe to, you know, oh, you know, anything goes. It's, you know, it's a personal perspective of the world. It's me, it's my truth, and what I identify as real rather than what is real.
Israel.
I do know, Jack. I do know about your worldview, Aphrodite. You bled on paper to say you want to bring heaven on earth, which is what blood over intent is. It's a false magic work. Okay, it's not that.
I agree. Alpine says Aphrodite's brave to share her views, whether you agree or not. I agree. Anyone that's willing to get up here,
that's fine. Everybody is brave.
To me.
Then everybody is brave. Everybody's brave.
Not everyone will come on these panels, though. That's kind of the problem with the panels, is you think it would be a constant influx and stream of new people, but it's like the same like 10 people over and over and over. It would be cool if there was always more and newer people, but that never seems to really happen.
Like, you know, where do you, I mean, when I hear Aphrodite talk about blood over intent, like, where did you hear this from? Where did this come from?
You're gonna summon her, dude. You're gonna summon her.
That's fine. She could come up here. I could talk to her, but like, don't come up on here like she did like a couple weeks ago, telling me, oh, or who did Cain have? You know, were they twins? Or is she talking like basic Bible questions about children of of Adam and Eve.
Well, she subscribes to that one lady on YouTube. I can't remember the name now, but the lady that says, appreciate you, Chuck. But the lady that says that, like, Jesus died for your sins. So basically anyone can do anything. There is no more sin anymore, right? Like, you can just do whatever the fuck you want now. And no matter what, you'll go to heaven.
Yeah. Like, what? Yeah, like she said something about, oh, sin doesn't exist anymore. And she's telling that to me. Talk about fucking patronizing. You're telling me, oh, TB's like Christian for 30 years. It doesn't matter. What does that matter? That doesn't mean anything. And again, here we go, straw man some more, judge and jury. You're emotional. Aphrodite, you function on emotion, period. You couldn't get Jim Bob's cartoon strip because you're so emotional in your brain. You couldn't possibly fathom there's a deeper message beyond your emotional triggers. So, like, I'm sorry if I don't trust you about.
Okay, well, you got videos. You got some videos to pull up. We're gonna end up.
He's a clown, Aphrodite, you're a clown. And that's why I don't want to post any of your videos on my channel, because the shit you say is like diabolical nonsense. And it's like, you need fucking help.
I think Aphrodite's entertaining. It can go off the rails pretty quick, though.
I seriously think you need fucking help. It shows in your skin and your face and like your whole attitude. You're just lofty and lost. It seems like a part of your brain has been like removed out of your fucking head. And I'm sorry if that's mean, but you seem fucking lost. And, running around in a van and going, oh, I'm so free. I'm so free. Oh, these parking people are attacking me. That makes you some sort of spiritual fucking patronizer. Get fucking real, man. And try to come up in here and tell me, oh, this is what the Bible means. This is what the Bible means. Look at your growing your cheerleaders, freedom grower. That's your cheerleader. Yeah, you're screwed, man. Let me tell you something. You're screwed.
Tommy says you're high. Tommy, nobody's hiding. Tommy, no one can understand what you're saying is the problem with Tommy. It's completely incoherent. I can never understand anything you're saying.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is the thing. They don't like it when a Christian stands up for himself and has somebody that attacks him defend himself. They don't seem to like. They have this like normie TikTok sort of idea of what Christianity is supposed to be. I'm just supposed to sit here and let you just shit on me and slander my Lord. Get out of here. Get real. Not going to happen.
Where's Scheme Team?
Scheme Team. Yeah, Scheme Team is just another one of those porch sitters. Why don't you lace up your boots and come on the court?
Yeah.
Everybody's all about, oh, I like them. And, oh, this person, oh, I like them. Is that what it is? Is that what it is to you people? Just, oh, I like them. I just want to appear like I like them. They're such a good person. Yeah, we're not talking about liking each other on like a human basis. We're talking about like an actual worldview, like what you believe in. Doesn't matter. Like I still respect this person as a human, but like what you're saying is offensive and retarded and damaging to your soul and it like degrades you.
Right, and what you're always
you don't
saying.
Like that. I'm sorry if you find that fucked up. Or like
what you're always saying,
triggered that you can't get past that. I'm sorry. You can't grow past that.
This is actually good, Drew, because I was waiting to see if I was still banned from his panel, and I'd rather give you the views than waste my time trying to get up on his panel.
Yeah, you're a needle mover, dude. Everyone leaves when you.
Well, I guess in a heel sense, I will accept being a needle mover.
You're a transient, dude. You'll go where anybody.
No, you don't dig your hole any deeper, TBE.
Panels are your gas stations, and that's where you panhandle attention. Please give me attention. Please give me attention.
You think this is about attention? When I come up here right now, you think this is for attention?
You need fucking attention, Tommy. Period.
Yeah, well, tell me about how God doesn't hear my prayers. Tell me that one again.
You're demonic. God is not listening to your prayers.
Yeah,
You know
okay, so what you've
I
been
know
doing
what-
always.
Who you think you're
Okay,
talking
hold
to?
on.
He's gonna
Let's
talk
rein it
over
in.
me.
Let's rein it in
He's
a
gonna
minute.
talk
Hold
over
on. Hold on.
He's
Let's
triggered.
start over. Let's start
I'm
over.
not
Let's rein it
triggered,
in.
bro.
Then
Hold
why
on.
won't? Then why are
Tommy,
you
what-
scared to let me say a reply?
What are you trying to say here,
So when I
Illuminati?
first met you guys, TBE was on that tip about everybody hates on Christians, everybody knocks on Christians, and he's
Yes, they
doing
do.
the thing.
Have you
You're
not paid
acting
attention?
out what people hate about the label Christian. You're doing it right now. Put a mirror up, dude.
What do
Read
you
a
think-
room.
Wait,
There
Tommy,
we
what
go.
do you think people hate about Christians?
The hypocrisy, the contradiction, the acting like we're all sinners, except when I'm pointing the
You are all
finger at
sinners,
someone about sinning.
But you are all sinners.
We are all sinners,
everyone.
Mr. TBE is who's ushering you into the religion. Mr. I'll
everyone.
pray publicly on my channel.
No, you can pray publicly, but
No, it was
Yeah, you
frowned
can.
on by God and Jesus.
no, you're talking
You're
about
supposed to pray at home, in your closet,
with the little
privately.
Jewish thing, the little scarf thing. You're supposed to, but you can't
No,
pray in public.
Christianity
Are you
is
supposed
not
to live
small
like
hat.
Jesus or not?
And this
Jesus
is
prayed
why
in
you
public.
don't want Toilet Bowl ushering you in, because you can't even discern between Christianity and small
Does
hat.
Jesus pray in public?
He prayed in a garden at night. He did not.
No, he didn't.
He prayed publicly
He-
lots
he
of
didn't-
times.
No,
I have
he
idea
didn't.
what goes on
Okay,
there.
then contradict the story about the king waltzing. See, you're not going to let me talk, TBE. You're such a perfect Christian that you can't be challenged, right? And Jim Bob, if you're still out there, this is for you, baby. I'm just trying to show you. I mean, you already said I'm free to come
Tommy,
up, but I'm never coming up
you're
on
just-
Jim
you
Bob
have
if I
no
don't have
idea what
something to
you're talking-
offer.
You
I
said you're
respect
40
Jim Bob so
You said
far.
you were 40 years a Baptist and you don't know Jesus prayed in public?
No, I said if you're going to stand on your
Did
3
you not
years of
say
Christian,
you were
you're
a
not going to let
Baptist
me answer.
40 fucking years?
No, I'm clarifying what
No,
you
you did.
misunderstand.
No, you did. You're retarded.
You're pulling a Joe Cool right now where you're going to ask the question the way you want it
on, Aphrodite.
answered, and you're not going to get
Sin
that.
is
You're
not
weak.
a belief, Aphrodite.
No, yeah,
Sorry.
again, see, sin is a belief.
Sin
Am I
is
supposed
not
to
a
take
belief.
this person seriously? Sin
Well,
is a belief?
you're a 3-year Christian and you don't know how Jesus never preached about sin?
Bro, are you seriously that fucking
I'm seriously challenging you if you're not going to let me say my own side. Like, okay,
Yeah,
all Christianity
yeah,
aside, hold
about.
up, Toilet Bowl.
You just
All
need
Christianity
someone
aside,
to espouse your nonsense. You need someone
all Christianity aside,
You're
just
a gas
by
station crackhead on the internet. Okay? That's what you are. Okay,
Hold on,
this
I'm
is
Tommy.
what?
panel to panel, like
Let
a gas
Tommy
station
say what he's got to say. 'cause
panhandling
I can
for
only
money,
do,
but
I
instead
can
of
only do
money,
so much,
attention.
Tommy. So let him get.
Now you're both going to talk and not let me talk. This
I'm
is
trying to let
very
you talk, dude.
okay. So Toilet Bowl Earth, all religious debate aside, just in these testicles we both share, you're not living up to it by not taking turns on the trade of ideas.
That was
You're
sus, bro.
kind of a joke, dude. I'm telling you, it's
Cool,
not
dude.
that I'm not telling you you're
dude.
I'm not telling you you can't be
Cool.
Christian or say you're a Christian. I'm saying this
Cool.
YouTube grandstanding you do is fucking bullshit.
What can you give
Now,
an
the
example of his
reason I
YouTube
pride
grandstanding?
myself on not having friends or family anymore is
Tommy.
Path of Sky
I'm not
Daddy.
surprised you don't have friends
Tommy.
or family anymore. That
No, my mom tries
Tommy,
constantly to
Tommy,
call
can
me,
you-
and I don't
Tommy.
take the call.
It's a shocker
Tommy,
to me that
Tommy,
you don't have friends or
hold on.
family because
I want
clearly
to ask
you're
Tommy something. Hold on. Tommy, can you give an example of what you just said? Toilet bowl grandstanding.
Throw him in the back.
Well, you're not talking.
No,
so-
if you can disrespect me like this, you throw your perfect little buddy in the back if you want to ask me questions.
I just did ask you a question.
Yeah, and I'm not
Can you give an
answering it because
example
I don't
of
know
when
what
you
the
say
fuck you're
he's
saying.
grandstanding?
Ooh. Listen, how come, Drew? I'll answer your question if you answer this. How come I'm always so confusing to understand? Unless I feed Paul enslaved beans, then you know exactly what I'm saying. You could not decipher more what I'm saying if I'm giving somebody else shit. But if I stand up here and give either of you shit, your whole chat following says nobody knows what this guy's saying.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's
everyone else.
hypocrisy.
Not you,
It's
right?
contradiction.
Just everyone conveniently has the same conclusion.
No, that's your chat followers supporting you, just like Paul Enslaved has, giving him delusions.
Well, I'm trying to let you speak here. I wanted to see if
And
you
I
had an
appreciate that,
example-
because you've
an
never
example
banned
of
me from
him
your
grandstanding
backstage
of
like
what you
Toilet
said.
Bowl Earth had. And Toilet Bowl Earth,
Do you have an
me
example
and
of him
Robin
grand-
and
Hold on, before
Jessica, we
continue,
all
we gotta
have
go
one
point at a
question,
time,
Toilet
Tommy.
Bowl Earth.
Tommy.
How come you won't?
I gotta mute him. Tommy. I'm trying to let. I'm trying to.
He has no social skills.
I want to know what. Do you have an example of? Can you back up? You said he's grandstanding online.
Dude, everything I just said about why he's feeding that idea of Christianity is his grandstanding, standing up here, beating us over the head with a Bible. That's grandstanding.
What
dude.
I see the people that don't believe in the Bible talking about the Bible 10 times more than people that do believe in it. That's what I see.
Well, it's
They can't
everybody's
stop
path.
talking about the fucking Bible.
That's the difference between Jesus and Allah. Allah said, bend the knee. Jesus said, I'd really like it if you showed up. And that's still all of us to decide.
See, this is where you lose me. What does that have to do with what we were talking about?
Okay, have
before?
you ever seen that movie, The Mist, with all the creatures coming out of the mist?
No, never seen it.
And the people are trapped in the grocery store? Well, Toilet Bowl Earth is a lot like the woman that like starts a zealot crew of religious people in that grocery store.
Well, I've never seen the movie, so what?
Well, maybe you should watch it and see what you look like on YouTube.
How about you like communicate something outside of movie references and?
Oh, you've been listening to that unslaved fella talking about my movie references. I also communicate through analogies. Do you know analogies?
If you can believe that or not, but I
Listen,
said
guys,
is,
as long as you're playing this game of knock me down for your own like profit, it's not gonna work.
You're just going everywhere. We got to keep it on track. So what I said is, I noticed the Gnostic type people talking about the Bible and Jesus 10 times more than the people that actually believe in the Bible and Jesus and call themselves
That's also
Christians.
a logical fallacy to crank. Okay, is it 10 times or 20 times more?
Nope,
maybe 30 times more? How much more?
I would say 10 times.
Exactly 10 times? What math did you do to calculate 10 times more you see the Gnostic people talking the Bible more than Christians?
Because they're constantly talking about it, and the Christian
people.
Okay,
constantly isn't necessarily a math equation to say 10 times more. I can take a dime and 10 times more it into a fiat dollar.
What you're saying is people are trying to beat you over the head with the Bible and like convert people. Or
just TBE.
I don't see that at all.
Oh no, TBE's not trying to convert. He's just fire and brimstoning.
No, I'm not. Let's refine that point. No, they're not talking about the Bible. They're talking about the Bible, how it's bullshit, while also talking about the Bible at the same time.
But my path.
It's not. They're talking about it and praising it, and it's this holy book. No, they talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not phrasing it as a holy book either.
And while out the side of their mouth, they say, "Well, there's some."
Well, the Bible says that. Yeah, exactly.
And does that change your personal path in any way, TBE?
Hold on. What I see a big
difference. No, it doesn't change my personal path. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I see, Tommy, is something you just mentioned. I see a lot of this shit is like the Jay Dreamer's YouTube channel, where it's truth in movies, and he like decodes movies for all the truth and shit. And that's kind of where you brought it to the movies. Is I see that a lot with these people that don't believe in the Bible. They want to cite it, but like truth in movie style. Like, we don't believe.
Is that what you're saying?
But it's here to tell you this truth. Like this. Like
no. See, I didn't say truth in movie. I just compared TBE's personality to the woman in the movie. That's as far as it went.
Keep it on track. What I'm saying is that
I'm keeping it on track. You're the one that's being
you brought it to
off track.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What I'm talking about here, what I'm talking about is that the people that don't believe in the Bible, they like to use it as like truth in movie. They like to use it to affirm their paradigms and stuff when it's convenient.
Well, that does happen, but are you saying I'm not a Christian?
I didn't say anything.
Well, I'm just asking because you're co-host.
Are you a Christian?
Now ask me why I shy away from the label.
Okay, are you a Christian?
Why would you be?
I follow Jesus. Yeah, that's a good way I could put it. I follow Jesus.
Yeah, that's no. That's a big no.
You don't, because
did Jesus ever use the term Christian?
That's a big no.
You don't even think he prayed in public.
Oh, so you're judging my Christianity then?
You're the one
Mr.
that you're ashamed to admit it.
Mr. 3 years of Christ, are you judging my path in Jesus?
I'm just saying what you said was kind of
That was a big no, is what I heard. A big no. Aphrodite, are you digging this at all? I can't watch the chat right now.
You're looking
Jim Bob, props to you as
You're
well.
looking for Aphrodite's.
Well, no, me and Aphrodite are quite the opposition. That's why I'm wondering if my opposition appreciates what's going on right now, because I know how to utilize my enemies and love them.
Why would you love your enemies?
Because, oh my God, Bible people, why would I love my enemies? You see how you just fucked up right there? And yes, I'm a Jesus follower that says fuck and shit and nigger. I show guns on panels that say hashtag stand up Davey.
I can't turn my mic up. Jessica's telling me to turn my... How do I turn my mic up?
No, you're supposed to turn mine down.
I can't... Can I not adjust my own mic or something on here?
If you have it set on automatic mic adjustment, no. If you turn that off, it'll give you a slide bar.
Hold on.
Kind of like a autism spectrum that Provo's not on.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now I got it.
I mean, I've never known a truly autistic person that walks around claiming they're autistic.
At least a little bit of sense. Can you make just a little bit of sense?
I've made perfect sense, and if it doesn't make sense, you might be lost in the beast system in the end times, TBE.
You're talking to yourself, man.
Okay, this
I am. It's like talking to somebody that has me banned from their panel when they still label it open panel. Is that hypocritical? Is that a contradiction to put open panel? And let's see how many people are waiting on you as you sit on somebody else's panel, TBE. It doesn't appreciate your lack of fans.
Why does the chat keep saying Tommy makes no sense?
Because they want to suck you off. And they're probably lost in the end times in the beast system. Yeah, not only will nothing make sense, but Sky Daddy will make it even more confusing to the lost. It says that in the Bible.
So you just said, oh, I have a belief in Christ, but then you just make a polemic about Sky Daddy? How am I
will claim I'm a Christian if you didn't want to read into why I shy away from that label.
Dude. You're retarded. And you need to lay off the meth or whatever fucking drugs you're taking.
Oh my God, are you snafu or Paul Unslaved right now?
Mind,
okay,
dude.
So on to the Christian thing. You make Christians look bad when you play this meth game with me right now. Do you want to stand before God and find out I was one of his children and you sat here in a time we could have spread some kind of example and you're going to make the meth call when I gave the internet that information?
Fucking sense. Nothing you have said has made any sense.
As long as you keep going back to that line.
But nothing you have said has made any sense.
Okay, so what doesn't make sense is the best one-on-one conversation you and I have ever had, you refuse to post on the internet. That doesn't make sense to me.
Insufferable retard, dude. Dude,
yeah, Tommy, I think your thing is like the non sequitur. You're like all over, like you might be
I'm
making
not
points
all
in your
over the
head,
place.
like,
and I'm not going to go off of your stupid chat to try and verify if I'm all over the place or not.
There's no transition between like where you're coming from and where you're going.
You're riddled with demons, sir. Do you understand that? You are riddled. It's over for you.
Who's this guy? What's over for me, Mr. Gatekeeper of all religion?
You're fucking done, dude.
I don't see a guy who can defend his beliefs from me, much less beat people over the head. You are triggered.
I'm gonna let Tommy. Unless BV, are you here to talk?
Who is this guy though? Who's this guy that just entered?
Okay, Tommy, I'm gonna let you go. Come back in like an hour if we're still going. I'm maxed out on Tommy time.
Goodness gracious!
I'd like to see him like segue his one idea to the next. Like,
there's no cogent glue to any of the things he's saying at all.
What's up, BV?
How you going, man? Yeah, good.
What's up, man? We're gonna have a gun debate tonight. What's up?
No. That was pretty good though.
No gun debate. Okay.
Let's have a gun debate.
You know, like I'm kind of out of the loop with a lot of this stuff, but Christianity is hard. I will say that. You know, love the Lord God with all your heart is the greatest commandment, and then love your neighbor as yourself is the rest of the laws all hang on this. I mean, that's
Man,
a
fuck my
difficult
neighbor.
thing. Yeah, love thy neighbor. You know, this is a difficult. Christianity is one of the most difficult religions because it requires you to be like hardworking and true to the spirit. But you know, the Gnostics, they do pick and choose, but I think it's they're ripe for evangelization. That would be my perspective, that they're like an inch closer to the truth than a lot of people, but they're crazy.
You know, my problem I'm having, and a lot of people in the chat seems to have a problem with when we're talking about these subjects about Jesus. You know, there comes a point where when someone's just not listening anymore and has no idea about the concepts being discussed, that this person's not interested in having a real conversation with you. Okay. And so, yeah, patience is lost, and there's nothing you can do at that point. Okay.
I know. Yeah. But
Disingenuous.
You can be a bit more gentle though. Like, I'm not saying you in particular, but I think
debate is contentious, is it not?
Pardon?
Debate is contentious, is it not?
Oh, it definitely is, but
let it be contentious. You know, for me, it's not like I hate Tommy, but you know, he's got some fucking problems. You know, that he's not. I'm trying to communicate something to him, some basic things that they just like goes in one ear and out the other. How do I communicate with somebody like that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it requires to be steadfast. I think like not really like blowing kind of personal kind of accusations out of control, and just like remaining a little bit like contained with these kind of people. Tommy's like, I see what you mean. He's like, he moves from A to K, and then into number territory, and this is typical of Gnosticism. But
I feel like these people that have these polemics against us, they use that. They use that as an angle to silence us. They're like, "Oh, well, you're not acting like a real Christian. You need to shut up.
Yeah.
You need to shut your fucking mouth and love everything that I have to say out of my mouth, or you're not a Christian." This is how they all act like this, man.
I know, but
I'm not going to sit here and let somebody that slanders and lies. The guy's a liar. Okay, say shit about me, and I'm just going to sit here and be like, well, I don't want to be non-accepted by people that aren't even Christians. I don't want to look bad in front of them. I don't want to look bad in front of weird apostate weirdos. I don't care. I don't care about how you view me. Okay? Like
you don't care. Why are you willing to? Why are you like so eager to battle them?
That's how they want to like. That's how they want to like shut your mouth. They want you to shut up. This sort of pacifist, liberal, fucking nonsense, laundry version of Christianity, where we don't say anything. We don't say anything back. You just sit there and meekly go, "Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, that's really interesting that you say that Jesus or a Mary is a vagina in somebody's lawn." You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's up, Aphrodite?
Like that's just, hey, Aphrodite.
No fucking way. I'm not going to sit here and let that happen. No way.
Hold on real quick. Vizia, we're at 100. You got to come on and share that Benton video. It's exclusive here. Fuck EBT's channel, man. EBT ain't got no views. It's going down here, baby, tonight. What's up, Aphrodite?
So TVE like cashes out when I come on.
Not sure. He didn't say anything. Maybe. He just fears you, Aphrodite. You just bring too much heat. He's scared.
Talk all that smack against me, and then I call in, and he just bows out like a little bitch.
Oh, shit. Maybe he's in the restroom.
Oh, that's not very Christian of you, is it? That's not very Christian of it, are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have to adhere to that because you don't adhere to anything. I don't know
Jesus
what
called
your
out
moral
bitches.
framework is. What's your moral framework, Aphrodite?
Why are you screaming at me?
Because you want to
Calm down,
call me a coward.
Because
Get
you
real.
tapped out literally like the moment I called in.
What's up, Provo? We got Provo in the house. Provo King.
Hi, Provo. Hi, BB.
Are you ready? You ready or what? You want to talk or what?
Did
You
you
just
like
got
take
here.
some like super tea today or something?
Some super tea. I think it's called alcohol.
I don't know. It looks like you got jacked up with some roids or something.
You get some
Yeah,
roid rage.
I'm ready. You know, God's armor right here. What you want? What you want? What do you want? You want peace?
You look like you kind of have some dark circles around your eyes, TBE. Are you getting enough sleep?
Well,
you constipated?
I don't see dark circles. Let's
I'm
see.
shitting very well, actually.
Do you have any epic shit stories, Aphrodite? That's how we started the stream. Let's go back to the shit.
I'm sure
I
she
shit
has.
like a rabbit.
Jesus Christ, that's
Well,
not
you
good.
you got the extra foot of colon removed, so it's probably all you can do at this point.
Like little pebbles.
What the
Like a bunny.
fuck?
Like Bon
That's how
Bon.
Provo shits too.
Jesus.
Like Bon Bon
Machine
eating
gun.
grass.
I gotta say, I love the Christian tone policing in the chat. I love it. I love how fucking crazy you people are.
Made by Jim Bob says, Aphrodite asked you about your moral framework. Well, Jim Bob, my moral framework doesn't include making fun of women being murdered and abducted
Don't
in
judge anybody.
vans.
You're still talking about that Jim Bob comic.
Don't judge anybody. Wow. This guy, man, he's super angry. He's super angry.
Are you driving, Aphrodite?
Look at your face, Aphrodite. You have
Look at your face.
on your face. You have meth scars on your face, Aphrodite.
No, I don't.
It looks like, I don't know if it's heroin abuse or something else. You've got.
I think
fucking
you're
shit on your
the one that's displaying meth symptoms like shouting, uncontrolled
Yeah,
rage.
you're crazy, lady.
Like
I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with bullshit.
issues.
I'm tired of dealing with people like you. You're so stupid.
can't read the
Okay,
room.
hold on. We're going full
Face
springer
looks
here.
messed up.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. I'd like to say hello to Provo.
Fucking retard.
Yeah, it feels good to be here.
Yeah.
What's good, Provo? Long time no see. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I only know BV from, is he this anti-gun guy?
Yes.
Wow, what a
Yeah, I'm
fucking
not
idiot.
anti-gun. I just said, yeah. Anyway, we won't talk about that. That got a little hot.
Yeah, it did.
What is this? What is she doing over here? Like,
Hey, come up, Jack Talcott. Bring some
why
love
didn't you
and
get a
light.
better internet connection? You look like a moving mosaic.
Because I'm off grid, you loser.
Off-grid, is that-
Straight off grid if you're on the
Free to do your
YouTube.
drugs. Nobody's watching. Free to do your
If you're on
drugs.
YouTube, you can't claim off grid.
Off-grid sounds like a bougie way to say home.
Did you microwave your dinner today, TBE? What did you do?
I have a
What do
thing
you do
called,
for a living?
Gas. Have you heard of cast irons? and
Cats?
gas?
You eat cats?
No, nobody said that, retard. Are you okay? Can you hear? Do you need to go to your medical pamphlet to figure out your hearing, ma'am? Why don't you post some more link about what the Jesus in the Bible really means from a guy that looks like he ate blood the night before? Anything else?
You're
ma'am?
breaking up.
Ma'am, you bled on paper.
You're
Ma'am,
demon. Sorry,
let's-
you were breaking
Okay,
up.
let's clear the air here.
Demonic.
Okay, let's clear the air here.
Messages.
Aphrodite bled on paper and
It
said that
literally
she's going to
sounds
bring
robotic
forth heaven on earth.
in my earbuds.
How'd she bleed on?
You might have to drop out. Aphrodite.
I guess so.
Hey, God
I'll
bless
call
you,
back.
Aphrodite.
Let's see.
Aphrodite, smoke
Back
some more of
in an
your
hour.
period blood and tell me more about the Bible after you're done. Tell me more about that.
Okay, Aphrodite's gone. I told her she can call back in like an hour. Let's bring it down. You're coming in hot, toilet bowl. Turlet.
First Tommy.
Take a breath.
Then Aphrodite. And I got BV sitting up here, quiet as a mouse. Come on, BV, say something controversial. What are your thoughts on America?
Controversial?
Yeah, you're Australian, South African. What are you?
Australian.
Oh,
I don't know. Like my feeling is it's different in America, but like here, I think religion's been disappearing, especially Christianity, for a few centuries now. Even though I am a Christian, but I find that like a lot of atheists and stuff tend to have like less issues than Christians. Like I'm not talking about your Gnostic, people, Illuminati, blah blah blah. I don't even know if he's like that. But
I'm sorry, what did you just say? Did you say like you think atheists have less problems than Christians?
Yeah, I generally hear from what I see in Australia, Christianity is a lot less prevalent than it is in America. So this could be different here. But what I find is like the atheist people or the secular people tend to have less issues in their life, and they're better at they're better at Christian values like temperaments and being temperament and being chaste and that kind of thing. Like they're less crazy, and it's the one thing I really miss from church is like having normal people there, whereas like people that I see tend to be really afflicted, and they're like Christianity has helped them move into a better place, but that was because they were in a really bad state beforehand. So that's my general kind of observation I see in Christianity.
What's your
these
observation
days.
with the homeless population? How's that doing?
What, here?
Yeah,
of course.
Oh, you got homeless tents, you got camps.
Yeah. I think the city of Melbourne's gotten really bad with homeless, but it probably doesn't even compare to a lot of other places. But I mean, the thing I think about homeless people is
the worst, right?
No, like financial issues are like the least of their concerns. It's like they are like spiritually afflicted big time. And I think that's part of the reason why I tend to see more crazy people in church, because it's like when you go so far down low, it's something like Christianity brings you to a better place. And I mean, I see a lot more of them in church than I do like just regular people. It's one of the things I miss from Protestant circles. There's a bit more normalness, but when I was a kid, this wasn't the case. I'm
not sure I followed the whole thing. What you're saying is you're saying like the people got so low that they had to accept Christ, and then they moved up a little, but they're still not like normal people. Is that kind of what you're saying, or no?
I kind of miss I hear what you're saying, but I kind of miss the people who were not, they didn't go down to the lowest place before they reached Christianity. They just carried on the traditions of their ancestors, and they're just everyday people. But that probably doesn't reflect what America is like. But the churches here, it's like, sure, on Sundays, there's a lot of good, hardworking people, but generally speaking, the really pious people are kind of like disaster zones a little bit.
Interesting.
I mean, I hope it's making a little bit of sense. Like, let's put it this way. I don't really see your average car salesman. I don't see your average trade worker really in church these days, or been on the front foot with Christianity. I really just see people that have had a hard life kind of move into a better place. And I've got nothing against that either. I think that's a great thing, that maybe this is just something that's always happened as well.
Yeah.
I hope people get what I'm saying here. I'm
I
not
do.
being like that controversial or anything like that.
I'm
It's like
a little bit lost, to be honest. I'm not trying to like.
Sure.
It's the
Yeah.
I think.
So what do you see in your church? What kind of people
Are
do
what
you
you're saying is they're kind of like basically like Christian in name only, and they go there only to just kind of do whatever they want the rest of the week? Is that kind of what you're saying, or no?
No, and I don't have an issue with that either. Like if people come out of habit, but what I tend to see is the people who are on the front foot with Christianity are usually like they're not average Joes, so to speak. Average Joes are more interested in like watching footy on Sundays or playing baseball or something like that. It's just like they really are like not connected in any way to the Christian life in some sense. You do see people here and there, don't get me wrong, and there's a few dots, but when I was younger, it was much more profound. Like people did it as like a community. Maybe they were secular at heart and they didn't have the faith abounds, but they generally did it as a community structure thing. Whereas here, it's kind of completely gone by the wayside to a lot of respects. And I find myself sitting at church, and it's like I can't talk to people really, because they're, you can tell they've had like a hard life. They're not on the same intellectual level as me in some respect anyway. It's just like I can talk to them, sure, but it's not there's something.
What are you like? Or are you Orthodox or anything, or just
Roman Catholic? Roman Catholic.
That's right. I remember that actually. Now that you say that.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I find. I don't know whether it's controversial or anything like that, but my feeling is that religion's been slowly going by the wayside for 300-400 years now.
Especially in the last like 50-60 years, and then you can look at least in America, like look at the decline of society as it's gone away.
Yeah, for sure. And like I can say this as well. It's like I don't really consider myself to be that normal to some extent, but like not
you autistic or
not just not that completely degenerate. Like I'm not super degenerate. And I see people at church and it's like, wow, you had like such a different life 20 years ago than now. Like it's so great that you're here, but it's like, where are the average Joes? Where's like as I said before, like your plumbers and that kind of thing. I just really don't see them. They're like doing their own thing. It's like, cool, whatever.
The church I started going to, like, I did a stream with TBE because I was so like I hadn't been to church basically my whole adult life, and I started got invited and going to this one, and I was talking mad shit about how they dress. Dude, they come in dressed like this, like how I'm dressed right now. They come in like, what, dude? Like it blew my mind, bro. They're coming in with like Monsters and coffee, Starbucks, and all kind. I'm like, but now that I've been going there regularly and I'm kind of over that part of it, like it's been like a nice community for us, and these people have helped us.
That's good.
Like the people, there's been a couple older ladies. This one older like black lady especially, she's kind of like almost like adopted us, and she helps us like here and there, like just with the kids, or she'll come over and just help around the house a little bit, and it's been really good for me and my family.
Yeah, like I'm not saying this as well as if like I constantly look around and judge people on their craziness and that kind of thing. It's just a trend I've noticed, because I still welcome these people with the bottom of my heart. But when you see someone is like, just, it's like, wow, like you're not someone I'd ever know in my normal life, but for some reason you're here at the place that I consider this like the deepest most spiritual part of my life. You're here, whereas the other people that I consider normal aren't. It's like, it's a bit odd.
Maybe they're so busy they have to make money, they just can't even afford to.
True. That's
off.
so true, isn't it? Hey, it's like
nowadays.
I called up someone to do a metal job for me the other day. He was like, mate, I can't do custom jobs at the moment. I'm so busy. I was like, I had to laugh. It's like, are you serious?
Abraham
You pay like
Clark's
$500
calling me out
bucks,
for.
you know?
I'm not white knighting. I'm just like it's been a huge help for me here. I'm in Jacksonville. I don't know anyone here. I don't have any family left really. You know, I don't have mom, dad, or anyone that I can rely on. It's been nice to have a little community I can like just even talk to or come help me out or whatever.
Totally.
I'm willing to help
Yeah,
them too.
totally. Yeah, absolutely. You know, like there's a what do you call it? There's like, I would never have done this if I wasn't Christian, and it's like yeah, I go to a homeless shelter once a week and like cook soup with them because I'm good at cooking, you know, and it's like that's really good. And the other people I meet there are like actually, you know, quite normal and that kind of thing. Not the customers, but you know, that kind of stuff. It's like it makes me happy that like
ready to kill. What's up, Aphrodite? Can you hear us?
But when I drove 18,
What's up?
you could really feel it.
Thanks for telling me about the goat. I have to take a phone call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I thought you
What's up?
What's up?
I was talking to the neighbor.
Yeah.
I have a traumatic day.
what I do tend to see is like people like Aphrodite 10 years later come into church. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by the crazy people are there, but the normal people, they're too busy.
You guys
they're
don't even know
enjoying their
me.
life.
You ever thought about going to church, Aphrodite?
10 years later, she's
I've been to church.
straight up.
You know, are you gonna?
I've been up to my elbows in people's guts on daily basis, putting people back together, like cutting out tumors, like cutting limbs off. Like you get a different like echelon of understanding when you're like that close with life and death on a regular basis. So like you guys think I'm just like a woohoo van life, you know, whatever off grid, but it's
You're a
like
doctor.
way more than that.
Are you thinking
Basically.
about
No, I
going
totally
back?
get it. I
Are
totally
you
get
thinking
it.
about going back to the medicine now that you don't have to wear the mask?
Jim Bob says, Ricky.
Never mind, Jim Bob. Are you thinking about? Have you thought about going back to medicine now that you don't have to wear the mask?
Oh shit.
Of course I've thought about it. I mean, I've renewed my medical license, my DEA
Congratulations.
license.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, my DEA license is $888. Talk about time travel codes every 2 years.
Are you a
Bullshit.
doctor, Aphrodite?
Yeah.
What?
Basically.
Are you a medical doctor?
I'm like a medical. I'm like a physician. I'm a physician assistant, is what they call it here in America. But
PA.
I can do everything a doctor can. Yeah, PA. It's the same level as a nurse practitioner, but I'm like I can do surgery. I'm trained in vascular surgery and
Jesus Christ.
emergency general surgery, and I've worked many years in oncology.
You wake up from anesthesia
hematology.
and this is looking right at you. What do you do?
Oh boy.
I'm out. I'm saying my prayers. Okay, I'm saying
You ain't out. You're strapped to the table.
I actually am very protective of my patients while they're under anesthesia. You'd be surprised what doctors say and what nurses say over people when they're out and asleep.
I don't trust this lady.
Making comments about people's bodies and stuff while they're right there in the room. Like it's all you can, like the patient hears you. Like the patient hears the music being played. Like I woke up during my own surgery.
The
when they were
surgery?
transferring. No, my first surgery when I had my wisdom teeth extracted, I had a really bad reaction in the office. So I was screaming. Like I have a really bad reaction to conscious sedation where I start screaming, like guttural screams. I go into this like guttural moaning. The same happened in my colonoscopy, or they had to stop early, where I'm like, I go like, ooh.
Wow.
Like you're
So
having a good time.
they had to reschedule my wisdom teeth under general anesthesia at the hospital, like a regular surgery.
So, did you lose your job, Aphrodite? Oh, she's not there. Okay.
She dropped out.
Oh,
I think she quit over the mask.
Yeah. So, has the spiral began since then? Is that the story?
I think it was like right before that.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's
And
sad,
that,
man.
that probably
Yeah.
like added fuel to the spiral. Here she's back here.
Oh, yeah.
The gremlins get me.
Yep.
The gremlins.
So when did you have what you call your spiritual awakening, Aphrodite? It was before COVID, right?
Yeah, it was before COVID. It
was Devin Maggi, right? That was
No, it was before Devin Maggi, but I mean, he was what introduced me to more of the flat earth and like blood over intent and simulation theory and all that.
Where does blood over intent come from?
Probably Wiccan, Aleister Crowley. I don't know. It's
Hey, Provo,
like blood
you
magic
kept
has been
calling me a liar, man.
blood magic has been around a really long time. I mean, it's not like Jesus, like the Christians do it.
How long you been waiting
like
to
for
say that?
communion. Huh?
Hold on a second, Aphrodite.
Like who
Time
invented
out,
being
time out,
blood
time out.
brothers?
Time out.
Who
I
invented
think-
like cutting a
I think somebody
piece
was
in your
saying-
palm?
Time out.
Like we're born with
Time
the
out.
scars in our
Time out.
palms from blood ruptures. You see like an M
Hold
in
on,
your
Aphrodite.
palm?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, time out a second. I think JG wants to go at Provo here.
Chinga tu madre ese.
What's up, JG? You got something to say to Provo?
Fuck you, Provo. Fuck you, man.
Cool.
You kept calling me a liar, man. Somebody was deleting my comments on your account, and you went crazy. Oh, you're a liar, and then you kept
You were a
gassing me
liar.
and shit.
You were a liar. I checked them all. I mean, I checked it all. No deleted chats. I showed it on stream. So
What's
is
this
YouTube
beef about,
lying?
Provo? What is this
I'm
beef
not.
about?
I had a stream.
Yo, what's with all the fucking noise? Is that fucking Cecil?
Yeah, let me unmute him.
Goodness gracious.
I muted
Bing,
him.
bang, pong. It's like ancient babies being born.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Bing, bang,
Chinatown phone book over there.
Busy man.
What's
Anyways,
this beef about now between Provo and JG?
I had a stream. I love it. I love it.
Quítate la verga, puta, pero puta.
What's the beef about?
So had a stream. He accused my mods of censoring and deleting his chats. I called him a liar. I pulled up the live stream so everybody could look at all the chats as how I saw him. And in fact, nobody was deleting his chats. So he accused me of censoring him. Never did, nor did any of my two mods. So called him a liar. Now, I don't know how he's not a liar. Maybe there's something else. I don't know.
Maybe it was a misunderstanding.
It could be that. What are your thoughts, JG?
What do you think, JG?
It's not the real JG. The real JG would have a lens broken through that glass.
Simón, huevón.
This guy gonna say.
They got nothing. You got nothing, JG.
All right. Well,
Tell me he's corny, JG.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Hey, Aphrodite, tell us more about your blood rituals and how it's not satanic or whatever.
Is being a blood brother with somebody satanic?
Yeah.
What does
that mean?
Brother, what does that mean? What's a blood brother?
When you're a kid and you had a best friend and you guys both cut each other's hand and then you...
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
I never did that. Never heard of that.
Never did that.
Yeah.
Well, it was done for
Did you do it?
eons.
Well, what does that mean? It was done. That doesn't mean it's not weird and fucking spiritually.
What's weird about it? A woman bleeds every month.
What does it have
Yeah,
to do
that's
with
the
blood
time.
brother?
That's the time you don't go in there because it's bleeding.
Go.
that
That's
have
the
to do-
time you do go in there, because then you don't make a baby and you can have fun times. It's called getting your red wings.
Jesus Christ, everybody.
Wow.
Pro, we're gonna
Red
try
Bull
something
gives you
new.
wings.
It's fascinating.
No, we got blood all over your,
handle it. Oh, the truth. The truth.
you got blood all over your wiener.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that's how you know you didn't get her pregnant.
I just get them pregnant. Shit. Fuck it.
Mash that shit up.
Four-time father.
What
Didn't
the
didn't you call Drew's wife a tranny at one point, Aphrodite, and say that their children weren't real?
I
She
don't
did
think I ever
apologize.
called Lele or tranny.
Yeah, you
I think
did.
I said. I think I said
Yeah,
her
you did.
thumbnail.
Yeah, you
Her thumbnail
did.
looked
Yeah.
naughty with like a dagger over her eye.
Man, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
holy shit.
That's in the past.
Prove it.
But we've moved on past that.
Everybody, you can take the hat off. It's not sunny anymore.
You can take the
Take
hood
your
off.
hat
Provo.
off.
Yeah. It's not cold inside your house, is it?
It's freezing.
Who's restreaming? How do I see? Oh, it's Truth or Cop restreaming. Appreciate you.
Fucking copy.
Yeah, but before I even went into surgery when I was 17 years
Keep
old
going.
and getting my wisdom teeth extracted in the hospital, I woke up as they were transferring me, and the anesthesiologist said, "Those are some nice tits on this one." And I was
About
floating
you?
above my body. Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you know Spicoli?
And I was floating above my body, and I saw myself naked laying on the table.
And he was checking out your tits, your cans.
He said it. Yeah, he said it as I was waking up. Yeah, because they take the sheets off of you, you know, when you're done. They like strip you and you're like laying there naked as you're waking up from surgery. And
It's a compliment, though, right?
What's that fucking noise, yo?
for the doctor, like
Aphrodite. She's outside.
like talking
When?
about my anatomy. They're not supposed to. You're not supposed to talk about the
we
patient
we
like
know
that.
that. We know that, Aphrodite. So sorry you had experienced that. It's pretty fucking traumatic.
Yeah, I wrote about it. I wrote a
Jesus
paper.
Christ,
I got 100% in medical school about it.
I believe that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of mortifying
Aphrodite.
because the teacher made copies and handed it out to the whole class as an example of a paper,
Wow.
and it was about me being sexually assaulted, basically. So it was like kind
That's
of like
sexual assault. Just saying.
That is sexual assault.
Someone saying
Yes,
someone
it
has nice
is.
breasts.
Well,
is
Aphrodite.
sexual assault?
You weren't conscious.
When somebody's
either,
under
though.
anesthesia and they verbally, yeah, that is sexual assault.
How is that? What if someone said it? What if someone said it looking at your picture online and you never even heard them say it? Would that be sexual assault?
No, I'm talking about a doctor
What's the
that
difference?
was hired to be under my care. We had a doctor-patient relationship. There's a certain decorum in the operating room when your patient is under anesthesia. You're a custodian of basically a lifeless body, and you're not supposed to like
It is kind of
do things
unprofessional,
to
but
their.
I wouldn't call it sexual
But
assault.
you only know this because you were astral projecting,
Yeah, it is.
right?
Because it was in front of other people. It was
Saying someone has
in
nice
front
tits,
of
though, that's not sexual assault, is it?
Yes, it is. If somebody said that at work, are you kidding me?
What if he said it with the
What?
technical-
Wait, what?
Has anyone ever said that at work ever?
That sexual assault is saying words
Yes.
at somebody?
That sounds like what the
When
liberals
a
say. It's like
patient is
literally
on the
violence to
operating
misgender
table?
someone.
Wait, saying
I mean, the
words at somebody
anesthesiologist
is
was
sexual
touching me.
assault?
The anesthesiologist was touching me when he said it, and he
Oh,
had
now he's
IVs
touching.
in me and a breathing tube in me. So
And you-
yeah, it is assault. Yes,
you-
it is assault.
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
disagree.
Agreed.
I don't think that's assault.
Agreed. But Aphrodite, you
And I
saw
was a
this
minor.
in your astral projection.
And I was a
body?
minor, and it was in front of other adults.
Yeah, you're right. We're not saying you're wrong.
No,
I'm saying
But
she's
we're
wrong.
saying,
No,
Completely
you are
wrong.
did
saying
you
I'm
see
wrong.
this in your
I'm saying
astral
that.
projection forms?
You guys are messed up in your head about what assault is and what
Assault is
isn't.
like physically touching something.
What
I
were you
agree it's
astral projecting?
unprofessional.
Assault
And it's,
is
An
physical.
anesthesiologist is physically touching you.
yeah, but he's not.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Sexual assault is when someone's like
A battery is technically touching.
you're
Assault is
robotic.
more along the lines of the side of touch.
You're
No,
robotic.
you can assault somebody by just brushing against them. It depends on the
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's battery.
yeah, it
Brushing
depends on
against
the
someone?
situation,
Right.
A
about
white man does
the
it, yeah. But,
circumstance.
What kind of libtard fucking nonsense are you espousing here? Brushing up.
If you had like a
against
restraining
somebody
order,
as
if you had a
assault?
restraining order against somebody and they came up and brushed up against you, that is
no, they
assault.
can't get within a certain amount of
The Matrix,
feet of you.
the Matrix, the state enforced Matrix.
If you have a
could say
if
it's
you
like
have
yeah,
a
it's
coworker that's
verbally
constantly
assaulting
making
someone.
comments and then they brush up against you and go, "Oh, excuse me," and touch your breast, that's assault.
What if it's an accident though?
Well, if it's an accident, that's one thing, but I'm talking about somebody that's habitual.
Okay.
Is assault a sin, Aphrodite?
That's what I'm saying, that it's circumstantial. Yeah, you can't say, "Oh, brushing up against somebody is never assault." Yes, sometimes it is assault. Most of the time, it probably isn't. But in certain circumstances, it is assault.
All right, Aphrodite. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna drop you out. Appreciate your time. You're getting into liberal territory there. But I disagree.
She was fine with the brushing up thing, but the words thing was kind of wild. Saying things against her is assault. Get the fucking out of your mind.
Appreciate you, Aphrodite.
Hey, no mames.
No way, dude. Are you out of your mind?
Technically, assault is the words. Battery is the use of force. It's a common misconception.
Battery is the use of force.
Any less fucking stupid.
The battery is the force.
That doesn't make it any less stupid, truth or cop.
I'm not saying it is risen. I just got to correct the wordage here.
The guy paid her a compliment, and she got sexually assaulted.
She astral project. I just wanted to know if she was astral projection.
Yeah, that was the claim that she saw it during an astral projection. Is that admissible in court?
Yeah, I don't.
It's interesting that Aphrodite has high regard for like earthly punishment, but like disregards the kind of like the heavenly kind of like sin, as she was saying before. I mean, like, that's kind of annoying, right? It's like if something's bad in reality, shouldn't that just be transferred over to the heavenly realm where it's like, yeah, that's clearly.
This is the doctor when he was looking at Aphrodite's breast. That's the face he made. Okay, it is assault then if that's how he looked. I agree now.
Yeah, mucho sexo. La cara es muy fea. Mi verga no
Aphrodite, I'm sorry. I said it is unethical and everything. I didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Señor Drew, habla español o no?
Come back later. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Señor Drew,
What?
habla español o no?
No.
No.
Quítate la verga, puta perro.
Yo no sé.
There's ball in there, right.
See, Aphrodite's the friction. You guys got nothing when she's gone. You need the resistance.
No, we have peace. We have actual peace.
That's not a good stream. Peace. Come on, dude.
We can actually move on to better things now. You know, it's the chaos.
Like what? You're gonna spurg on someone else now?
Truth or cop? What's new? What's new on the streets? You been doing any good detective work, truth or cop? I mean, fill us in. Give us a report on all your hard work.
I mean,
Speaking
you
of
know,
assault, Ben
it's
Thorpe,
a lot of research mostly.
Let's bring
You know,
Ben Thorpe
traveling through time, gathering intel.
you know the night's bad when TBE say let's bring Ben Thorpe up.
Come
Why
on
don't
up,
you
Ben.
come up, Ben Thorpe.
He wouldn't dare, dude. He's fucking.
I actually,
Aphrodite's just seething. She's seething
would
in the
rather-
chat. I do
I'd rather
appreciate you,
talk to
Aphrodite. I'm
Ben
not
Thorpe.
being facetious at all.
I'd rather talk to Ben Thorpe than Aphrodite or Lumitami. 10
I think
out of 10 times.
they might mesh together well.
Yeah, I have beef with Provo Kid, actually. You know, I asked you to come on my stream a couple nights ago, and you said, "Oh, I'm in retirement." The next night, you're doing your show again. Now you're on here, bro. What's up? What's up, dog?
I'm
What's
at
up?
I'm at my arrivement. I was in retirement, and I'm unretired.
Beautiful puppy up there. Beautiful.
Shit.
So the
Yeah,
next stream you have, maybe I'll grace if I'm able to grace.
Truth or cop? Do you feel like you're one of his like fat hoes or something? He doesn't want to show you off.
Yeah, it might be something like that, man. I'm not sure. I'm kind of offended.
Damn.
I'll be there next time. That's all I can tell you.
You kind of did TC dirty there, bro.
Oh, man, Ben's doing us dirty by just staying in chat like a loser. What a fucking.
Hey, go up here.
Is Provo still autistic this week? It's kind of been a lifelong thing, but let's not talk about it. I don't want to trigger
Aphrodite's
Tommy.
still seething in the chat.
Yo, this goes forever seething. That's why she did Blood Over Intent, because she couldn't figure out how else to not seethe. Sorry, babe.
Do their next Blood Over Intent to bring greater medical ethics.
Yeah. Why didn't your Blood Over Intent like fix your like dental sexual assault? Why didn't that figure things out for you? Why didn't that bring heaven on earth for you? Because it didn't. Because it's trash and retarded. So
we need.
Hey, is that Miguel?
Aging Ben Thorpe.
Miguel!
Miguel.
Miguel! You know that guy's got the hookup on the
¿Qué es tu nombre?
Bueno trabajar.
Yo, he's got the Tommy Hilfiger. You know he's got the good fish scale connect.
¿Qué es tu nombre?
Se llama Antonio.
Man, I bet Cecil gets picked on by all the
Nah, he does the dishes. They don't fuck with him. They're like, don't fuck with him. He's gonna do the dishes tonight.
No, they definitely fuck with him. They have to. The dishwasher always.
Does that dude got any Reggie, Cecil? You got some Reggie for you? Bring that dude back. Finally a new face on the panel.
They look good.
Yeah, can you bring your prep cook on, Cecil?
Soy una preparada cocinera. A ver, una en la día, en la noche, una truth away. Mi identity secreto. Okay?
Mi no importa para tu basura, puta, pero. Puta.
Wizzy, we come add a new face to the panel, man.
I gotta take care of something. Hey, Ben Thorpe, I'll get back on when you hop on, Ben Thorpe. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, we got a real heavy hitter in the house now.
He's
I
got
come
his,
collect.
he's got his
I got my holster.
Suspenders on.
These aren't suspenders. This is my iPad holster,
by the end of the
motherfucker.
night.
You make a false move. I Google it.
That's your GoPro holder? Is that what you said?
It's for my iPad. Yeah, cell phone, iPad.
It's basically the same thing. That you do fuck yourself with the same thing. Yeah, I got it.
Ben Thorpe, your family's been making big moves. Your daughter was recently on Destiny. The channels are growing.
You know that her appearance on Destiny, and my subsequent appearance on Destiny has gotten
you've been on
almost
Destiny
1 million views. Yeah, I came down and smacked that little. I came up and smacked that little bitch ass blue haired motherfucker down. That little pimple millennial. He is going to go down fucking hard.
Where? Post the link. Where is it?
Yeah,
at?
post the link. We want to play it.
I did a debate with him on Steven Crowder, and I smacked his little bitch ass down, and that not so erudite too.
I want to see it.
Sure, go ahead, post the link. Grace, they want to see
We
the
missed
link. They
that,
want to see
man.
me crush that little blue-haired pimple.
Post it in the private chat in the StreamYard.
Yeah. Do you think?
I don't know how to do that. Now I
Has
got to
he
tell
made
you
any-
guys. So there was an allegation. Someone who was saying, I think Provokid was lying. He brushed someone off, wasn't on their stream. Right now, I'm supposed to be on another stream where this chick is going to show me her tits. I'm here to be with the guys. I can't deal with it. I can't do it.
Ain't gonna show no tits.
I was getting a lot of sexual attention, which I was happy
That's a
for.
lot.
But
You got all
I
the
can show you
viewers
the
are here.
text.
We got 130 in the house. Right
Tell
now.
them to come here. Tell them to come here.
You want to see their tits? This chick, I don't
No, that'd be
understand it.
sexual assault, man.
Well,
that's sexual assault. Yeah, according to Aphrodite.
This is a guy's place. We're here to scratch our nuts and bounce it around. Women can come, but it's a men's space. I feel safer, although I do feel a lot of homosexual energy coming my way.
That's destiny,
but
brother.
At
That
least
ain't
we,
here.
at least we
not here,
understand.
bro.
We understand that we're gonna pull at a certain point. We're gonna pull back. Cecil, I love it.
Yeah, do that
You should
again.
have one of those triple sinks.
What? Has Destiny made any passes at your daughter that you know of?
No, but I mean, obviously, see, I paid a lot of money to get on Destiny's show. I tried to pay a lot of money.
I'm coming after that hand in there.
She shakes her ass in chat, and boop, she's on. With
How much did you
50,000.
pay? How much did it run you? About?
I didn't keep track, but
Ballpark. 5K or less?
less.
Okay.
I offered
Less
you
than 5K.
$5,000. Remember way back, I offered you $1,000. I think you turned it down because you were too much of a bitch to succeed.
Because I'm a man of ethics. I don't want your blood money.
The ethics.
We don't know where
The
that
ethics of being a loser. Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Fine. Send it.
I don't run with the Destiny circle. I don't rub elbows with homosexuals.
Yeah, you guys are
Not even for
talking
views.
crazy stuff, man.
I don't even know what kind of sexual he is. I think he wants to make love to his computer.
I think he just does anything and everything.
Yeah, these millennials, they sit there and talk to me about my moral issues while their wife is fucking anyone who walks in the door, and they are also fucking whoever they feel like at any time. And I asked him what happens when you get pregnant. He said we have an abortion. So that's millennial morality for you. That's the guy who's going to tell me how to live my life. and
Hold
what's
it down
moral.
for a second. I got to try to find this video.
She's got it up on my screen, if you know what I mean. You can present it.
Can you put it on, or you can just share the link? You can present it. Here it is.
Yeah,
Here it
it's
is.
there.
Hold on.
If you want to.
I'm trying to liven you up. You seem like you're falling asleep.
Well, I'm just trying to respond to your
Hey,
questions.
Ben,
but if
how
you
many
think you keep
times have
going
you
over me,
fucked
that makes you correct.
Grace?
I mean, you're
5
welcome to do it all
times?
day. It's not changing any minds here, though.
What the fuck?
Well, whatever. I mean, this interview sucks.
Yeah.
Dick.
True.
Yeah, it does. You suck, dude.
Yeah.
You suck. I know I'm supposed to be kissing your ass, but you suck.
Who
You've
said you were
really
supposed to
been
be kissing my
incredibly
ass?
lacking in energy and incredibly rude. So
Uh-huh.
I'm out of here, and good luck tomorrow because I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to fuck you up, Steven.
Okay.
Take care.
And I
All
did.
right, have a good one.
And I did.
I don't know about that one, Ben, man. That looks.
Jesus.
You rage quit.
I rage triumph. That's my TM. I rage. You're a little bitch ass too.
I don't know about
That
that,
looks
man.
awful, dude. You look terrible there, man.
Well, you had to understand the context. This fucking guy brings me on, starts asking me questions about years ago, how I looked at my daughter's phone. I mean, it was retarded.
Yeah. Anyway.
He's gonna be your new son-in-law if you don't watch out.
No, he isn't. He's gonna be a little smear underneath my fucking heel, is what he's gonna be. Hey, I thought you guys had a Hispanic person on there. I want to meet an actual Hispanic person because I had a fake Puerto Rican today that I had to smack down. I'm more Latino than he was.
What does the word
He was
Hispanic come from exactly?
Oh, you don't really know where it comes from?
Where does Hispanic come from? I thought that was like a Richard Nixon thing.
Spain? You don't see the word Spain there?
Hispanic.
Spain
That was
Spain
there
derived
Hispanic.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Dropping crazy. Yeah. Now you're supposed to say Latino.
Well, now they
Yeah.
said what Latinx or some bullshit like
What
that.
Hispanic was a Richard Nixon thing.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Spanish, Hispanic, Spic, whatever it is.
Why are you
Hispanic,
wearing the laptop holster right now? Are you ready to?
Do you know that I'm Hispanic, Ben? For real?
What's that?
Did you know that I'm Hispanic for real?
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, son.
But you're
How about
trying
my
to
short temper?
look Anglo with all your clothes. You're trying to cover it up. I say lean into it. Take
I
your
don't have
rose
any
out. Get your
chest hair.
Nuestra Senora de Guadalupe. Get your football
This hockey
uniform. Yeah, hockey. You're trying to seem white. It's all right.
I'm from Minnesota.
But still,
okay,
Hispanics
now, Ben
don't even
Thorpe.
go outside in winter.
All right, Ben Thorpe, I got a question for you. We had this
Sure, yeah.
this woman on earlier. Her name's Aphrodite. She
Yes,
said
I've
she was
seen her
under
before.
anesthesia, and
Nice.
a doctor told her she had nice tits, and she thought that was sexual assault. What do you think about that?
That's my favorite type of woman, a woman who's under anesthesia. They're usually a little more calm. So the doctor said she has nice tits while she was on drugs, and she recalls it with that level of accuracy. I don't know.
Questionable to you?
That's while they were transferring me. I was waking up off the table.
Why didn't you just take it as a compliment?
I was 17 years old.
Well,
What
did
do
you
you
have
mean
nice
take it
tits?
as a compliment? It sticks with you. It's not like I
Were they
sued
nice?
the man.
Were they
No,
nice?
it sticks with you and it marinates. Like why is this man observing my body and making comments about me while I'm like vulnerable, like in the most vulnerable position where I have like blood and tubes coming out of my mouth and tape and he put me under.
The
I was
fact that he could say
crying.
you have nice tits is
When I was
actually a
when they count me
you know,
down, I was crying. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, every time I've gone under anesthesia, like I'm just like bawling, crying. I think because I'm like,
What if he said you're beautiful? What if he said you're beautiful? What a beautiful girl.
There's a level of ethics that you don't talk about your patients like that when they're in vulnerable positions. And I knew that as a minor, and I've come to learn that becoming a surgeon, that is a big no-no, especially with a minor. Come on.
What if a couple of nurses were wheeling me down and they look downstairs and they go, "Wow, this guy is packing." When I was 17.
Yeah, that's a no-no too.
You think I'd be complaining about it? No. You got a dopamine hit. Give me a break. You got a dopamine hit.
You kind of have twisted sexual preferences as it is, so I wouldn't really use you as a judgment barometer.
Oh, okay. Well, so now you're making false accusations. I'm normal.
About what?
Well, you said I have twisted. What was it? Sexual something? What is your grounds for that?
Yeah, you like to like play around being incestuous with your daughter and talking about it online.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You make content about it.
No, who just brought that topic up? Tits. Who brought that topic up?
Are you gonna do your daughter a favor?
Who brought that topic up, Sugar Tits? Who's been talking about sex?
Are you gonna make her get her
you or me?
GED and
You
her
have.
driver's
You want me to
license?
comment
Like,
about your tits, and then you bring up that
honestly,
topic.
Ben,
You did
do
that.
her a favor. Like, do your daughter a favor, please. Like, let her get a driver's license and her GED.
She has a driver's
Push
license,
her.
moron.
Push her.
Who brought up that topic? Tits. Who brought up that topic? And who's accidentally showing me her tits right now? Oopsie. Oopsie.
You're showing me your tits.
You're a whore.
I can see your tits and your double chin and your incestuous grin.
Now you're my daughter? We want to do daddy-daughter play? Okay. You want a spanking young lady?
No, I'm not
talking
into
to me
that.
like
I'm
you
not
keep.
into that.
Oh, it seems like you're awfully into it. Showing daddy her titties, talking about dirty stuff that she thought about when she was 17.
Where's Paul Unslaved?
I get it, sweetheart.
Let's go.
And daddy is going to give you a spanking that you will not forget.
She's smiling.
That's what she likes. Yeah, a little bit of that plays fun. That's vanilla. Aphrodite, do you like to see daddy's handprint on your ass? That lasts a couple hours. You do. It helps you feel better, right?
Is it true that Rhode Island is the incest capital of the United States?
It's the incest capital of the universe. And if you want to come up here and do some daddy play, we can do it, and the cops will never come and ask any questions. You can, my little dear.
Do that shit on your stream, man.
She's the hey, Drew. Can I get a witness, Cecil?
No,
this bitch here came on horny as fuck. So I got to first talk about her tits. She's showing me her tits. She's talking about incest. I'm just here to talk with the look at this again. Here we go. All right. Yes, here. Looks like my little girl has become a very beautiful woman.
There's Jesus for you.
Jesus loves nice tits, doesn't he?
Sure.
He created them. He created them.
Yeah, but I don't think Jesus was feeling up his daughter.
I don't think so either. I don't think he had a daughter.
I think
But
he
anyways,
did.
you want to do Jesus' daughter play? Okay, you can mix it up. You're a weirdo. I get it. You want to do confessional priest in the confessional? I absolve you. Bless me. Go ahead. This is what you say. Bless me.
You guys know that only
oh my daughter,
Aphrodite
tell
could
me
get
your
Ben
dirty,
to, like,
dirty.
dig a
Tell me your
grave.
dirty,
So
dirty
deep.
secrets. And I
So
will
deep.
forgive you.
The grave.
You like it deep. You like it deep, don't you?
Oh, Ben, yes.
Look at you. You're like kneeling down. She's got the whole thing where she's got the camera lifted above. So she's kneeling down next to Daddy, begging.
How am I walking and kneeling?
Daddy.
It's kind of hard.
Well, I don't know. These women, they're dummies.
Why
but
are
they
you
kinda
into
show
like
you
this
their tits.
daddy stuff? Like it's like I said.
I'm into you.
like,
I saw
play
your
off of
tits.
this-
What am I supposed to do?
You did?
You're not no
When-
seven.
when did you
Oh,
see my
oopsie.
tits?
When you
Is this
flashed them
me
to me
seeing-
about
is
800
that-
times.
Oh, that's seeing my tits. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
seeing your tits, yes. And I'm delighted to
I
see
know you
them.
watch more crazy stuff than that.
No, I don't look at pornography. That's actually the most sexually stimulating thing that's happened all day, other than when Cecil did his face. Aphrodite.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
She's horny. Aphrodite, I'm in Rhode Island. I don't know
No,
where
but
you
seriously, are you gonna make Grace get her GED? Like, really, she needs to do it now.
Does Grace not have a GED?
Now,
Aphrodite, how old is my daughter, Grace?
20.
She's 20 years old. She is a child or an adult? She makes her. What I'm
She's
saying is,
living
she
in
makes
your
her own
house.
decisions. No, she's
You
not living in
need
my
to
house.
push her.
I'm
and
living
stop
in her
making
house.
her your
I'm
little
living in her
wife
house.
and making her raise your kids for you. Let her be a woman and make her get her GED and a driver's license and make her be free.
All right, Aphrodite, let's make a deal.
You're
I
like
agree.
holding her back.
I agree, Aphrodite. Take your RV or
You're
whatever.
stunting
Drive
her. You're
up
being
here.
a horrible father.
Drive up
You're
here.
Being a
Drive
horrible,
up here.
horrible
You
father.
can be a mother to my kids.
You should be
You can
ashamed
be a
of
mother to my
yourself.
kids. You can be a mother to
can
my
he make
kids.
her do
You can
that,
take care of
Aphrodite?
dad's needs.
She's a grown-
We'll have a great situation.
She lives in the house.
She
No,
was.
it's not my house. It's a rental property, and she is the lease. She is the one on the lease, not me. I work for
getting
her.
that much money
See
to
on
keep
there, it says
Destiny?
loyal Fort Corp employee.
Okay, yeah, that's
She's an
healthy.
empowered
She's got
bitch.
that Destiny
She's an
money now.
empowered bitch. She is the one who runs.
So Grace is supporting you?
That's right.
Grace is your landlord?
She's not my landlord, but she is my boss.
And you're not even going to help her get her high school diploma? Like, are you...
She's free to do
retarded?
that. She's
Like,
got 6
are you
figures
trying
in the
to make
bank.
her- Are you trying to make her have, like, a horrible life? Like, what's wrong with you?
What's a horrible life? She's a burgeoning celebrity. She's not begging some guy to look at her tits
Oh,
online
so that's
like
why
you
you're
are.
selling. That's why you're selling the incest story, is so that you can make your daughter a celebrity.
I'm not selling it, but I will respond to allegations of horny
You're
bitches like
disgusting,
you who wanna
dude.
bring it out.
Like help your daughter out. Like you've already thrown your wife under the bus. Like at least give your daughter a chance and get her.
Why don't you help
education
her
so
out?
she can
Why
have
don't
a
you come?
job.
Why don't you come sit on Dad's lap?
Like she
and I'll
can't
send
even
her
be
out
a
to
YouTube star
pursue
without
whatever.
a GED. Like at least get her a high school diploma so she can get an ID and like at least like make how the hell is she a landlord without
I'm going to get her a high
GED?
school diploma. I'm going to get her a high school diploma. How do you think? You know
Yeah.
how education even works? She's
Obviously
free to do
you
what she
don't.
wants.
You're supposed to be some kind of professor, and you have a daughter who doesn't even have a high school diploma.
I'm a
She's
professor.
a grown
Oh, I like
adult,
that.
though,
I'm
Aphrodite.
gonna do
What is
some-
he supposed to do?
I've encouraged her to take classes
What
in
do
the
you
local
mean?
community college.
He just said that she's the landlord. Some BS.
But
like,
if she's making moves, what does she
I
need
didn't.
that diploma for? If she's out here making moves, like the diploma's not going to help her any.
yes, it is, Drew. Come on, like you need
So she can end up like you.
license and a
So
high
she
school
can end up
diploma.
like you. So she can end up like
I
you,
have
looking for
options,
male
bro.
attention on the internet.
I have options.
You got what?
I got recruiters calling me every day, bro. Okay, I got options. I can go.
You got herpes.
put
I can see
myself
it's
in a
growing on the
position
side
I
of
can
your
go
mouth.
Anywhere in my life.
Yeah, Ben. She drives around in a bread truck and she camps out places. This is what she does.
All right, so you can offer Grace the path that you're on, and say that someday she too can live
I
in
have a
a
master's
bread
degree.
truck. Okay, right. Okay, so you got a lot of education and you're living in a bread truck. How's that an argument for education?
Because I have options. I can go and get a high-paying job anytime I want.
Okay.
I choose not to pay taxes. I choose not to.
Maybe she'd rather not get the education,
part
skip
of
the
the
bread
system.
truck, and make tons of money.
I think you want to
by
use
being
her.
a star.
I think you want to use her to be your little wifey and raise your kids, clean your house, and make you some little pimp YouTube star. But you're her dad, and you're holding her back. You need to like.
Yeah, I think
set her up
Aphrodite.
for
I think he's the
success.
brains behind the whole operation. I think. Of
course, I am.
That's the dynamic.
No.
Grace is the face, and
Yeah.
he's making the moves.
Of course I am.
The
I'm
longer,
Joe Jackson.
Joe
yeah,
Jackson.
Joe Jackson. Okay. The longer you wait, the harder it is.
I admire Joe Jackson. Yeah, right. He saw his kids. He's living in Gary, Indiana, in an impoverished situation. He doesn't want them
He
to be
beat the
another
crap out
statistic.
of his kids.
Yeah, but look how successful they were.
Well, he gave them a better
They weren't
life than they would have
successful.
otherwise. Oh, okay. The Jackson 5 weren't successful. Okay, Aphrodite.
I don't think Michael Jackson had a better life. If you
Were
ask
the
him.
Jacksons
He
more
was he
successful
was
than
pretty
you? Did they live in a
tortured.
bread truck?
He was pretty tortured. What was it, Tom Tom or Jim Jim or what the burn victim? That
I don't advocate pushing your kids through violence.
He only could seek the company of small children and chimpanzees. Like
That's just what the Jew media
he
wants.
was a mess.
I prefer that we don't
I
refer to
think
black
that's a
people
really
as monkeys,
good-
but okay, fine.
No, I'm talking about Bubbles, the chimp that Michael Jackson
okay.
had, and he
Okay, I
took
thought
on a
you were
date
referring
with
to
Brooke
the other
Shields.
members of
Yeah,
the
I
group.
actually know a lot about Michael Jackson. So
That's all the Jew media wants you to know. That though.
Good. Is that what you
He was
studied when
making
you were?
songs called
Is that what you
Heal
have
the
a
World, Make
master's
It a
degree
Better
in
Place.
Michael Jacksonology? That's why
They
you're
had
living in
to-
a bread
they had to
truck.
school
no, I
Michael
have a
Jackson.
master's degree in medicine.
So
What's
why
your
you're living in a
master's
bread
degree
truck?
in, Ben?
Theology.
Well, why are you so hateful and devilish? Do you worship Satan?
What makes me devilish?
So that's a yes?
Why you're the one who says I'm hateful and devilish.
I think
You're
that's
the one.
a yes.
You're the
like a
one here
confirmed
who wants to
Satanist.
talk
You can't
about
even
sex
say
with
no.
daddy.
No, that's all you talk about. That's like your
Aphrodite,
actual like brand.
Aphrodite. Let me tell you something. You have a nice pair of tits, but men are better at like the bouncing it around, the banter.
You're not better at anything, bro. You're kind of sucking at life.
Oh, I bet you're
actually.
wondering what I'm good at. I bet you know what I'm good at.
I know you're good at pimping out your kids.
Well, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you call having them succeed pimping, then I'm the pimp of all pimps. Pimp Daddy
I
Thorpe.
think Grace is succeeding all without you. Grace is going to succeed
Oh, yeah?
and leave you in the dust.
Oh, she's
And
welcome to.
Yeah. And I hope you are like alone
without a
and
GED though, right?
withering.
Yeah. You hope that someday I'm living in a bread truck. Ain't gonna happen, sister.
Hey, living
We're-
in a
we're
bread truck
invading-
is great.
Okay,
I would
that's
hate living
fantastic.
in Rhode Island, incest capital of the United States.
Wait, Rhode Island's the incest capital of America?
Yeah. Yeah.
The bread
Yeah.
truck is
and
the
they're like
sexual,
Satanist Central.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, honey.
Yeah, look it up.
Aphrodite's horny tonight, obviously.
Clearly.
And, she's looking
You're
for.
horny. You're the devilish one.
I'm horny. I'll admit it. You showed me your tits several times. I told you that's the only sexual
I don't know what
stimulation I've
like
gotten all
showing
day.
like that is showing you tits.
You guys are
like,
disgusting.
Well, from this side of it, it is sexually provocative, and I'm all for it. I'm horny. You succeeded. Show them
do
to
you
me
think that
again.
your daughter walking down the hallway is provocative?
No. Do you?
I don't watch your daughter walking down the hallway, so
Are you telling me that you showing me your tits, which by
didn't
medical
show you my
standards,
tits.
that doctors said when you were
I
17
didn't
were a
show you.
prize specimen of tits, and you've showed them to me several times, that
I have not
it's
showed you
somehow
my tits.
perverted of me to notice and agree with the medical community that you have a nice rack?
It's called a décolleté. It's this area of the
The what?
chest.
No, I saw all of it. I had
It's
sister. I
French.
saw all of
It's
it.
all
Yeah,
from
no.
Why? So
Francais.
why is it okay when Ben Thorpe says it, but if a doctor says it, it's sexual assault?
Drew, you want me to explain it again? Are you an idiot? My doctor, I was a patient. The doctor was physically had his hands on me. He had tubes in me. He was standing over me. It's a position of power. There's all these dynamics that are multiple
This is what
levels that
feminism
make it
gets
wrong.
you. This is what. Thanks a lot, feminism.
That's
This is
not
what
about
feminism gets you.
feminism. That's about medical ethics.
You end
And
up
I
in a
stood up
bread
for my
truck
male
talking
patients,
about
too.
something that you may or may not have heard 10 years ago.
No, it was way longer ago.
Just-
I'm
why
old
didn't you
enough to be
just-
Grace's mother.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to be gentle with you. Yeah, okay. So 25 years ago,
I know I
you're
look young for
obsessed
my
about.
age.
You look great, except for the herpes that's growing on the side of your mouth. But
Well,
I was
before-
more interested in the
before my
tits, and I
spiritual
agree.
awakening,
I
was
agree with the
diagnosed
medical
with guttate
community.
Psoriasis. So if you want to make fun of psoriasis, be my guest.
Well, there's
I'm
such a
sure
thing
you
as
have
concealer.
cirrhosis
There's
and
such a thing as
small cell
concealer.
lung carcinoma, but
Women aren't capable of using makeup.
you obviously have bad eyesight.
I have bad eyesight. No, I saw your tits in their full glory, and you can show them to me again, and then I will say,
No,
I'm
you
horny,
have
and
bad
will say
eyesight.
that
You wear
there's something wrong with me.
glasses. No,
Yeah, I have
I'm
imperfect
talking about
eyesight.
your spectacles. Your
You want me to take 'em off,
spectacles and
baby?
your suspenders, sir.
You want me to take them off? I'll take them off just for you.
Oh,
and that's
flash
just
that
the beginning.
666.
That's just the
Ooh,
beginning.
Yeah.
One button down. I'll show you my tits too.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Gotta cover the
I
nipples with
see
them
those
suspenders,
gynecomastia.
You like leather, baby?
Gynecomastia.
You might like leather.
Soy boy.
All right, timeout. We're gonna do a timeout. We're gonna do a reset here for a second. Timeout. Don't go anywhere.
Man, Ben was doing such a great job. Ben was handling it. Man.
Where's Machine Lies? Come on, man.
Where's our muscle brother to get us back?
Get us back
and
on track.
Bring back Ben. Bring back Ben. Bring him back.
I told you guys I was here to avoid sexual attention, and then this horny bitch comes up here, tells lies, shows me your tits, and then asks why I'm horny. I mean, come on, guys.
She was really asking for it, man.
She wanted to do some sex talk with.
There he is. There's
There he
Machine
is.
Lies. There he is. Awesome.
I just want to bat it around with the guys. I'm telling you, I've got another woman who's DMing me that if I come on her stream, she's going to show me this other woman's tits. I don't understand it. I think they're
Be
sexual
strong.
predators.
You need to be strong, Ben. You need to be strong. Okay.
Do I?
Stay with the boys. Stay with the boys here.
Yes, right. Men in
Solidarity.
solidarity and defeat these bitches.
That's right.
Because I tell you, I know what happens to that bread truck. Men get lured in and then they get accused of crimes. I ain't going in her bread truck.
Well, we
She can
didn't
keep
tell
her
you.
bread.
We didn't tell you, which I wanted to tell you while you were having the back and forth with her. She posted a misconnections on Craigslist with her boyfriend. Dimitri, come back to where we slept last night. Yeah.
There's more
She
bread.
posted that. I guess because he didn't have a phone number or something.
No, because he went to get a hamburger and she lost it because he wanted a hamburger. But she's not even vegan, so I didn't understand.
That's the story she told. But yeah,
It didn't even make sense to me.
Something tells me she's willing to put a little bit of meat in her mouth occasionally, if not more. But we'd have to confirm that with Dimitri.
Now, Dimitri seems like a hard worker.
I think Dimitri made the right move and said, I'll pass on the bread box tonight.
I think, I don't know where he went. That's what we're really worried about him more so than Aphrodite, honestly. And
the Russian guys can be crazy. They're used to crazy.
Was he Russian? I think he was.
Yeah,
Dimitri,
totally Russian. That's her Russian handler.
Yeah,
they're willing to go.
Coming up? Who's coming up? We're coming up on hour number 3 pretty soon here. 2 hours in the books.
Hour two.
No, 2 hours are in the books. Hey. Now it'll get good. All right.
Machine Lies.
Yo.
What's up, Machine Lies?
Yo, can nobody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yeah, I can hear you good. What's up, man?
What's going on? Yo, I don't know. I've been checking this out. Yo, this shit is foul, man. I don't know.
What shit? Ben here? Yeah, Ben's a creep. Perfect.
I'm a creep. First she shows me her tits. Then she asks me if I'm horny. I say I am. And then I'm even more of a creep.
I mean, you just gotta lean into it, Ben. You just
but if you look at the females with lust, isn't it adultery and shit?
Lust? I came up here to avoid female sexual interest. I didn't say that when I first came on.
The pennies at you everywhere you go, Ben.
Hey, I mean, if you stick tits in my face, all right. Well, I'm gonna lean in a little bit to that. I'm 51 years old. It's been a while. I enjoyed it, just like the doctors did. I'm not gonna do anything. Neither did the doctors. Stick some tubes in her mouth. I mean, I think she wanted something else down there.
Oh,
that might put you on some kind of Kill Bill list. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on all lists because I'm a man. I'm guilty of being male. And
how
apparently,
efficient are you with the samurai sword? That's what it really comes down to.
Well, I got 6 beautiful kids out of it, so I think Larry's done his job.
Ben, do you have guns in your household?
In my holster?
No, do you own like guns, like just like a Glock or something? I don't know.
There are guns in this household. Yeah.
Right on.
What is going on, Machine Lies? What is that?
I don't know how much damage.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, bro. What was going on there, big dog? What's going on there, my guy?
It's a Rick Simpson oil. So it's
a vaccine.
Is that what Ben was doing this whole time?
COVID vaccine right there, live.
Yeah, that's the Rick Simpson oil.
All right, now I want to hear from you guys on this one.
I take it at night.
I'm going hard on RFK Jr. This has got to be a candidate that you guys are behind. Speaking of syringes, we're going to penetrate the Kennedy compound in Hyannisport, Mass, just to the north of us, through a combination of internet interactions and joining the campaign, and also using our boats to go right up to their dock.
I don't know. Everybody that's part of that gets murdered, man.
Right. Which tells you that the powers that be, the Kennedys, rub them the wrong way. The ones who are telling the machine lies.
It's a conspiracy, Ben. The JFK tape, that shit was CGI, man. Come on.
Oh, he's still around?
I don't know if he's still around, but the thing they showed you was bullshit.
No, you don't believe in the Kennedy assassination?
The Zapruder film? No, I don't believe in that.
Okay, so you don't think the two Kennedy guys were killed, assassinated? Or you're just saying the way you don't think so? Okay.
At the very least, the Zapruder film they showed you is not real.
Even though it wasn't filmed live?
No, it didn't come out for years afterwards.
You're telling me? Oh, I don't know.
For several years after it happened.
How about the RFK assassination? It happened publicly. There were cameras rolling.
Like Jack Ruby?
I mean, have you ever seen a movie? Have you watched a movie ever?
But what would, in your mind, tell you that something was real? Does it work both ways? Or it's just anything that you see on a screen, you can decide personally, arbitrarily, whether it was real or not?
The TV, and there's a narrative behind it.
Ben, you have to admit. I mean, it's the first presidential.
Well, how do you know that I'm not a CGI then?
Well, Ben, you have to admit.
You're too cringe.
Ben,
I have been. You said you thought I was a federal agent.
Ben, let's just admit something.
Yes.
This is a presidential assassination. It's the only one that's happened that was filmed. Can there not be some room for, there's something afoul here, considering what we know about politics now? Maybe not what was known at that time.
What do we know about politics now?
It's dirty. It's corrupt.
Okay, so we now have discovered in 2023 that political systems can be corrupted by special powers. Wow, that's some discovery, because when I study history, ancient history, there's an awareness of that. But we just discovered that now because some moron from Iran decided that he just discovered it. That's always been true. People have been deceptive, and the truth comes out.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here. So you're saying that
things that are stupid.
So you're saying it's always been known. So, but why do you think it's off base that we think it's weird that something was weird about the assassination?
I think there were things that were weird about it, and I think it's taken this long. I think the CIA was involved, and I think that was unearthed.
Okay, so now you're agreeing with us. Something was fucked up with that.
Yeah, but I don't think that means you can doubt every aspect of everything you've ever seen through a screen.
Why, though?
If
something that big, monumental could be a lie. Why couldn't everything else be a lie?
Because okay, so everything's a lie, and you can say we're all in a computer simulation right now. Okay, but you descend into something called epistemological nihilism.
No, nobody said we're in a computer simulation.
I didn't say you said that. I'm saying if you take the logic of questioning things too far, you end up in what's called epistemological nihilism, which means you doubt all knowledge.
Where you got
not all knowledge, just knowledge through mainstream media. Just mainstream media.
Okay, so through mainstream media. Am I part of mainstream media? I'm a media figure.
Well, talking about mainstream things you see on the news.
Well, just pointing
nights in a row.
Well, just pointing out that there's a problem of authority is not epistemological nihilism.
No, but if you have nothing checking you.
No, wrong, Ben. What you're assuming is how we look at things is everything is fake. No, there's a framework on how we look at things. If we
what is it? What is it?
I don't know. It's situation to situation based.
You said there's a framework upon which we base how we look at things. So what is the framework?
Right. I would look at the mainstream narratives that are on TV for multiple days at a time, and I would automatically default to that they're probably not real, and then I would look for evidence that contradicted that.
Okay, so you start from a position of skepticism, but
I would look for evidence to prove it.
Okay, so do you believe that we live on planet Earth? That's a mainstream narrative, or do you start with a position of skepticism?
I mean, the land.
Do you believe that your parent? Do you believe that
on propaganda, Ben? We're not talking about.
Oh, so but you qualify. You just say whatever I feel like calling propaganda is propaganda. What about the Bible? Is that propaganda? No, you say it's true. Based on what?
Based on evidence.
Okay, based on the evidence, it's not actually based on evidence. Almost everything you believe, you believe based on authority. Authority.
No, the Bible is based on I think probably evidence, of how people practice for years.
Okay, that it works, you mean?
And you've got it mixed up.
Yeah, based on their practice.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to say it works.
Then you've got it backwards. My faith isn't from the Bible. The Bible comes from our faith, correct? Or is that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that your faith, that the Christian faith emerges from the Bible. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But the Bible is the Old
Is a
Testament.
product.
Is an
Is
early
a product of what? It's
the Catholic Church coming together and deciding on the canon in the whatever Nicene Council. But the books were there.
Right. Yeah, the books were there before that. So
But we believe those books were there based on trusting the authorities who have told us this. Not based on evidence. You and I and this Iranian moron over here have not personally gone and tested every single.
You better be an asshole.
document.
It's the second time you've said that, Iranian asshole.
Well,
second time.
I don't know your name. I'm not going to call you toilet bowler. That's like African Americans. Too many syllables.
You can call me toilet.
I don't call men toilet. I'll call you Ahmed. We'll go back to that. You're Ahmed.
Don't call me Ahmed.
Why? Because you don't want to be associated with Arabs?
I'm not Arab. And no, I don't want to be associated.
All right, so give me a name that you might have.
Call me Tom. How's that?
Tom. Okay, fine.
Tom.
Fine.
Or Frank.
Tom.
How about Frank? I like Frank. Frank's
Right, I like Frank too. That's the name of our Holy Father. Your Holy Father and my Holy Father.
No, it's not my Holy Father.
Pope Frank. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. I'm not.
Here we go.
Here comes the daddy issues.
Daddy,
Nope.
you're the one with the daddy. You need a fucking daddy. You need the one daddy.
I'll tell you who's looking for a daddy tonight. That Aphrodite. Ooh, wow.
Aphrodite.
I think Aphrodite is the goddess of beauty, isn't she?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
a little bit of a
I think she
stretch.
really is that though. That's the name.
Oh, she's hot. I saw the tits. I don't
Yo,
disagree
we
with
got-
the medical
No, she
community.
thinks
private
that's
chat.
literally.
Yo,
And
Drew,
I'm sure
the
when she was
private chat
17,
is
they were
lit
even
right
better.
now. 19
What?
comments here in the private chat. What's going? It's a Lumatomy. Never mind.
Oh, I don't even look at the private chat.
Yeah, never mind. It's just a Lumatomy being fucking weird.
Hey, why don't we bring this bitch Seraphim Goose? He's been crying and seething in chat, following me around the internet and telling everyone I'm a bad person. Why don't we bring him up? Seraphim, why don't you grow a fucking pair of balls, come up here, and
I'm pretty sure
have your daddy issues out with me? It's not going to be as much fun.
Seraphim
with
Goose is an
Aphrodite.
OG. I've seen him in internet chats for a long time. You know.
Yeah, I know. He follows
He's
me
been
around.
around.
What's wrong with me?
He's been around.
He's been around. He used to wear makeup, and he was a Satanist who wore makeup, and then
So
he
what?
converted to. I'm just saying he's been around.
Oh goodness.
We've all
gracious.
done messed up shit.
I agree.
Yeah. So what, Ben? Why do you?
I'm
why'd
just
you
saying
do
he's
that?
been around. He's
So
a dude who
what?
used to wear makeup. He's been around. I was
He's
confirming.
busy playing Zelda. He said he busy with Zelda.
Aphrodite seems like she's been around the block a few times, but she's still horny as fuck. Hey, that's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, don't tell me I'm the creep when you're showing me your tits.
Yeah, we're not talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
You somehow compared the JFK assassination film to the Bible. I didn't understand how you did that, but
Yeah.
Well, I had a debate long time ago with Andrew Wilson, who is a coward, who will not even let me be on a panel with him, in which I said you should start with authority, as we all do as young people. We trust our parents. And then we may have reason to question that. But you guys have flipped it around and you say, I start with skepticism. The problem with starting with skepticism is, where is the start? You can just keep questioning and questioning and questioning and questioning. And I know that you guys all know.
not really, because you're talking about you're questioning one entity though. So it'd be like if you had a lion-ass girlfriend, you would question everything she said, right? You wouldn't question everything every single woman's ever said ever. You would just question that girlfriend.
Oh, I think with women, you should start with questioning. That's true. Don't believe a word of
You're
it.
just questioning this, like the mainstream media, the propaganda.
Okay, but you say I question anything that comes through a TV screen.
No, that's not what I
automatically.
said. No, that's not what I said. I said a multi-day like narrative. So not on the local news that some guy died in a drunk driving accident. I don't question that. I'm talking about the main story. If it's lasting multiple days, I'll at
Like
least
the Chinese balloon. The Chinese balloon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's say. Okay. You say my first instinct is to question that. Why wouldn't your first instinct be to say, yeah, so far I have no reason to question that. There is a Chinese balloon or
There's been
some sort of
too many
balloon.
lies from the propaganda industrial complex. So there's too many.
But don't you think there's a
too
problem
long
with
history of
lies
that.
in the sense that that was witnessed by many million? It could have been witnessed by many millions of people in its trajectory
was?
across the entirety of America.
Oh,
They
okay,
showed
but
you
that
where the
doesn't mean-
balloon was.
That doesn't mean just because there's a balloon up there, though. That doesn't mean the story they're giving you behind the balloon is what's
Okay, but
the reality.
Okay, so then you do take some of it as real. there is a balloon in the sky going across America.
I would personally start with there is no balloon, and then I would see videos of people posting them on Instagram or wherever, and I'd say, okay, well, there is a balloon. That's where I would start with. There's
but
not.
Couldn't all those videos be part of the conspiracy?
I guess it could be, but it just becomes too much at a certain point.
Right.
So I would then deduce that, okay, the balloon is real.
Okay,
and
but
if they're trying to run a psyop, and
all I'm saying to you is, you say
you
said I start with doubting that there's a balloon, and I would say I start with saying there's no reason for me to start by saying I doubt the balloon. I would start by saying I believe in the balloon. Those are two different fundamental starting points. That's all I'm saying. Right.
Right.
I feel
and you say your methodology gets you to the truth, and I would say,
it's kind of wild that you believe what's on the news, but you say there's no evidence for what's in the Bible.
I didn't say that.
But you base your lifestyle on the Bible, but then you don't.
Who said there's no evidence for the Bible? I just say I personally haven't gone through every codex and the Vatican to confirm and test each of those things, because I trust the authorities. I don't trust them completely, but I basically trust the authorities.
So you think the authority gives you evidence?
So you guys are familiar with logic. There's what's called the appeal to authority, and then there's an appeal to evidence. The vast majority of what you think you know because you trust others who've told you that, right?
Well, I don't think logic doesn't work that way. Logic isn't based on authority.
Hey, Jim Bob's here. Here's another coward who won't talk to me. Will make little snide remarks in chat. Why doesn't this little bitch come up? I'm not going to call his wife a whore.
There's a guy in the chat that's got a really big problem with you, saying you've been flirting with 6-year-olds, dude.
I in some sense, flirting with 6-year-olds. I was watching, since we were trying to penetrate the Kennedy compound, I was watching
Hold on. We're not going. Let's keep it where it was. Now, Machine Wise had young ropes. He said that's not how logic works.
He's welcome to pursue what he's saying. But he's saying things that I didn't say.
Isn't logic based on principles and not on authority?
Well, logic isn't based on evidence. It's based on reason.
Yeah,
right?
But reason isn't based on authority. It's like math. Like you could just like math is based on principles. Yeah.
It's intuitive. A child speaks.
So other people,
language is based on logic. No one has to teach him logic. It's intuitive.
Yeah. So say somebody says say somebody makes a math equation and then it's unsolvable for hundreds of years, and then somebody comes and solves it. Like there was an Islamic dude who invented algebra who was named Algorithmi, and they named the algorithm after the dude because he discovered he discovered algebraic equations. Like he solved algebra that you could do one side of the equation and then cancel out shit on the other side of the equation. So then he solved algebraic equations, but they already knew about algebra before that. So somebody else could come down the road and prove some shit in logic or math that's so it's not based on authority, in other words,
I didn't say that math or algebra or logic are based on authority. I think those
but you said there's two streams to shit. You said one is authority and the other is logic. So then you could
I said that's two. No, I said evidence. I said most of what we think we know about things that could be proven or disproven, we take on the authority of experts who have explored these things. And we generally accept that, although they can lie. But we have very little of our knowledge have we personally examined to the level of a PhD in whatever, paleontology, history.
So it goes back to the main fucking question is how the fuck do you know if they're lying or not? Unless you know what the fuck they know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we come to trust people in authority. Right? I don't know.
You
Your parents told you things when you were small. You naturally trust those in authority, and sometimes they're not worthy of your trust, but usually they are. But a lot of people today have lost that trust. I think it largely has to do with the pandemic, and also a lack of faith in institutions because of the problems in the last few decades. I think we should restore our trust in those in authority, starting with men as fathers.
Well, what do you think the problems were that eroded the trust? Because you said like there was like problems with the shit, and then like they fucking like got like a lack of trust. Like, what do you think was like?
I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's the idea that we don't need God. That's what caused all the problems. The rejection of our Father in heaven, which as a secular society we engaged in and thought we could do things our own way. So,
but the secular society, that was like 1600s.
I mean, it didn't become widespread until
Who caused that split between God and community? Who caused that split?
Who caused that?
God and community? Yeah,
between God and man. It can't. It comes from man's decision to do evil, to rebel against his father. It's his. Have you ever read the Bible?
It seemed like you guys are doing such a great job.
Who's doing a great job?
The Roman Catholic Church was doing such a great job for a while, spreading the faith around, and then next thing
still is.
But
the Catholic Church is not. Everyone in the Catholic Church is not perfect, but what other institution has preserved inerrantly the faith for 2,000 years? I mean, it's pretty solid.
The Orthodox Church has, my friend.
Well, it's the same church.
It is without a supreme pope like you guys have a problem coming.
Well, if we want to get into Orthodox Catholic polemics, obviously Catholics will destroy Orthodox, but I don't want to do that.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Where's the how can you defend the notion of a pope?
Well, Catholics believe
Jesus Christ instituted the papacy, obviously, when he said, "This is upon Peter shall I build my church." And
yeah.
And Tommy up there agrees with me.
The problem is, in their
why did Martin Luther rebel against the Pope? Because he's an asshole.
Because he's satanic. Yeah, Martin Luther was satanic.
Well, he wanted to fuck nuns, and he wanted to rebel against the central authority, which was in some ways corrupt. But he was in league with the German princes, and they raped nuns and took wide swaths of land and power and wealth from the Catholic Church. Yeah, okay, and they should say they're sorry.
Well, I mean, for you as a Christian to say, and your own Pope encyclicals say that Muslims worship the same God as Christians.
They do.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not.
Okay, well, you can sit there and say that all you'd like, but they obviously do. The term Allah is what Palestinian Christians refer to the Father.
Ben, who is Jesus?
Yeah, but that's just a word, though.
Ben, who is Jesus?
Jesus is the Son of God.
Is Jesus God?
Yes.
Do Muslims believe Jesus is God?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my ass. That
is
proves nothing, bro. That doesn't prove anything, bro.
Joe Cool, bro. I know.
I'm not saying Joe Cool in the house. What up, bro?
What's going on, gentlemen?
I'm not saying I completely agree with the Muslim theology.
You understand what I'm getting at, though, right, Ben? Do you understand that line of logic? So why are Pope encyclicals saying shit like that?
Well, do Protestants worship the same God? Do Protestants worship the same God?
I don't know.
Hey, listen, can I give a quick analogy? Can I give a quick analogy
Probably not.
to the Muslim? Probably not to the religion.
I told you this ain't no unslaved bullshit.
To the, excuse me.
Go ahead, Joe.
To the religion, Muslim, Christian Muslim thing. I say they do worship the same God. Most of these
no,
are
they
the same
do not.
God. Excuse me, let me finish.
Hold on.
The thing is, picture a statue of an elephant in a black room, right? Christian comes in from one end. No, you come in from one end, I come in from the other. You come in, you feel the touch. You say this thing is hard and sharp. I come in hard and sharp. I come in from the back. I say that it's flat and round.
You rubbing that elephant ass?
You comes up the backside. He's a
That's
he's
what
an
I
ass
got
man.
too.
I don't
do you
agree
say?
with that
Hold on,
analogy.
hold on,
I do
hold
not
on,
agree with
hold
that
on.
analogy. I think that the
No.
Christian,
Okay.
the Catholic
I see
faith
what he's
has
saying.
the fullness of the picture, and
But-
that the Islamic faith is somewhat off.
What
But
do
I
you-
would
hold
do
on,
that
let me-
to the extent they
Ben,
get it right.
shut the
They
fuck
get it
up.
right.
What do you think about that machine lies since you're a Muslim?
Well, I think. See, you're talking about an elephant. You're coming in a room looking at an elephant. That's just talking about attributes. Well, they would agree on certain attributes. Even a deist would agree on certain attributes with a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian or a Hindu, that God shares certain attributes. But I don't think that says the full picture of what God is. All of these different groups would say that God is
Don't interrupt them,
essentially
bro.
different, has a different essence, So they
Hold on
would
a
say that God, the way God relates to the material world is fundamentally different in each one of those traditions.
Hold on a second.
I disagree, but
according to Muslim creeds, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong. That
I'm
Allah
about to.
cannot be.
Where's JG, Drew? Are you keeping JG in the back, bro? What's going on?
That's
I know
where
he's in
Drew
here.
gets
I
my
brought him up,
respect
and then he
for
left.
leaving JG
Well,
in the back.
Oh, gotcha.
Tom, let me call you Tom. According to among early Christians, Islam was seen as a heresy. Now, a heresy is someone who believes in the same God but has something wrong. So, do you agree with the assessment that Islam is a heresy? Like Arianism,
Can
are
I
Arians not
clarify what
Christian?
Islam agrees with Christianity?
A whole lot.
Yeah, Islam agrees that the final battle will take place between them and Christians in Israel, but they differ on what the Jesus return will benefit. They
No, they
think
don't.
the
They don't.
return
Okay,
is
Tommy,
for their.
stop there.
They even believe they'll
Tommy, stop
lose
there.
that battle. They believe they'll lose the battle in Israel, but the return
Tommy,
is
stop
where.
there.
Sure.
We have a Muslim in the house. What do you say to that? Machine lies.
Machine
correct?
lies
You
ain't a
guys
Muslim.
gonna
Is that
kill
truth
all
or cop?
Christians, but machine lies. Is that your belief that you got to destroy all Christians?
Is that truth or cop? Because I gotta instruct Yella on
No, I don't
She
wanna kill
doesn't
no
love truth or
Christians.
cop.
No, Muslims talk about
Um,
Jesus more than Christians, man. They love Jesus.
They love Mary. They love Our Lady.
Truth or cop hates the First Amendment.
Can you highlight?
Oh, get out of here, fucking Tommy. You're so annoying sometimes.
No,
I love you, though.
you're a joke.
I've really
Truth or
come to
cop.
appreciate you, bro. Oh, you're a
No,
joke,
I
Illumina. You're a
appreciate.
joke. You're a joke coming
Okay.
from you. That means
Tommy,
so
you're
much,
derailing,
Tommy.
bro.
That means so
Tommy,
much.
you're derailing. You got to get the fuck out.
Intentionally derailing, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I don't think he is. Tommy is. He's misunderstood, and this is the ridiculous part: is that I'm probably one of his biggest advocates in the freaking chat. It's ridiculous.
It
You
doesn't
come
mean
at
he
me
is
right now.
not derailing the conversation. He needs
No,
every
for sure,
conversation
Joker. He
to be
absolutely
about
is.
him.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Tommy's
okay.
a right. I think Tommy's a right brain thinker. He's kind of visionary. He connects dots that the rest of us don't
Wow.
He does, and he doesn't articulate them well. I'd agree with
Yeah,
that.
right.
He has
This is
vision.
the Vatican
Sure.
II brain right here. Tommy is a visionary right here.
I think
Let's
he's
go back to
Time for Vatican
Hold
II
on.
right here.
He
Let's
might
go
have
back
two
to that
brains, but
claim
he's
that
no Yakub, if
Illumitami-
you know what I'm saying.
He's like an
Let
artist.
me go back to the claim that Illumitami made that about Muslims. Did they really
What's
believe
that?
that machine lies? Because I don't know anything about it.
Muslims.
Well, there's some interpretations of some traditions that talk about some sort of final war. And I think like a lot of like Freemasons and a lot of people like that have a lot of interest in that because obviously they're looking at different traditions to supplant their myths. So they're looking at the Talmud and they're looking at the the Islamic traditions that come. Some of these traditions come 500 years after the death of the prophet. So I wouldn't be like
There is
looking at
no
them too
central
much.
Muslim authority that says what Muslims
Yes,
believe.
no monkeys call that Ragnarok. Anyway, Drew, are you gonna be on in like an hour? Are you still gonna be around?
Sure.
Okay, I kind of wanted to talk to you and shit. I gotta close the restaurant right now.
Yeah.
Later.
Right.
So
Come back.
Ben,
in
let
an
me
hour.
ask you
Bless one,
something.
Cecil.
Ben, let me ask you something.
Yeah,
Okay, so
sure.
the encyclical says that in theory, Catholics and Muslims believe in the same God. Okay,
I'm not
so
sure. I think that's in a council, the Vatican Council.
I'm pretty sure that's an encyclical.
Nostra Aetate is a okay, whatever. Sure.
Okay.
I'm sure it's been articulated a number
Whatever,
of times.
you guys will argue around it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say stuff like that, and then number one, they deny Jesus being God is an issue. Is that's an issue. Let me just point that out. Number
Oh
one.
yeah. No, I am not saying we're all
Number two.
equals.
Number two, do you not believe what when they say about you need to kill the unbelievers? You don't believe that's a problem. That's not you feel that's synonymous with Catholic faith?
No, right. No.
Okay. So how do you reconcile
Well,
that? How do you reconcile they don't believe in Jesus as God and then they believe in killing unbelievers as jihad?
Well, I mean, the church has killed unbelievers who are actively undermining the faith, but they haven't actually directly done it, but they've turned them over to the secular authorities.
What does that mean? Does that make it right?
Yes. Secular authorities can
really.
I mean, we would say in practice, no, but in theory, yes. Capital punishment is valid.
Sacking Constantinople was okay for you.
No, that was a terrible mistake, but it was on both sides. I'm sorry.
What about the law of papal
You're a little orthodox.
No, it wasn't on a Pope's blessing.
No, it was not.
What about the law of papal infallibility? The Pope says what I say is the same as if God says it from now on.
You think that there was a Pope who called a crusade to attack Constantinople? There was not. That's not true.
No, Joe Cool's hitting on a point there. The Pope is one of the major speakers of Christianity, and somebody said earlier that there is no central idea to
According
something.
to who?
To Islam. According to Jesus Christ.
Okay, good. What were you? According to who?
According to
who?
Christ.
Sorry.
According to Jesus Christ. You are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church.
Right. I'm not going to get into you guys reading supremacy out of primacy. We're not going to get into that conversation.
No, I don't care. What was Joe Cool's question?
My question is, you said that the authority was correct all the time and all of that. Well, maybe you said all the time, but you said the leaders. Well, the Pope decided that he is infallible. What he says is as true as if God said, and he came up with a law called the law of papal infallibility.
My ancestors killed a Pope.
Wait.
Shout out to them.
Wait. There is no law of papal infallibility.
Papal infallibility is something which a council pronounced, not a Pope. A council of all the bishops of the world in 1870.
The authority, then, yeah. They
What's
say
that?
the Pope is the authority that you're talking about, whether it be the Pope or the majority of them. They got together and said, now the Pope is infallible. Is that
That's
correct?
correct. Yeah.
So you would agree
Which
with
doesn't
that?
mean he's the word of God. It just means he's free from error when he speaks in a certain way, which he's only done twice subsequently.
When he
So
speaks
it's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? It's like Dungeons and Dragons. If only he's in the right spot.
certain way.
If
I
he
can
says it
look
the
it
right
up.
Yes,
way.
limited. It was limited infallibility. If the Pope
bullshit.
says, okay, so you can scream.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm answering a question. You were offended by
I
the
apologize.
answer?
I apologize. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, now you say, I understand what you're saying as well. It's real easy for an authority to say that they're infallible. However, think about how fucking risky it is to say that, because one mistake that's said infallibly and the whole fucking shebang comes crashing down. It's extremely risky.
They still
It
said
does.
it's risky,
Does it
but
not?
this is why you don't trust authority. And I was backstage a long time. I wanted to have that conversation with you, that trust authority bullshit.
Trust authority.
Figures. Okay.
Sorry, that was my bad. I was trying to turn you up.
Am I back? Okay. The police are authority figures around here. Should I trust them?
Generally, yes.
Generally, are you aware that here in Chicago, just when the police walks up to me, I am 26 times more likely to die here in Chicago when a cop approached me?
And you're probably 26 more times more likely to resist arrest and cause problems.
I'm not
by
sure
the color of your skin is what I assume by being male and the color of your skin.
Okay,
yes.
because because I'm a black guy, and by the way, I'm on fucking YouTube a lot, so I break no laws. Actually, I smoke weed anywhere where I go. So, but otherwise, I don't even jaywalk.
Sure,
but
sure.
said,
And any police officer would tell you there are many law-abiding black people, but
okay,
of the non-law-abiding people, there is a preponderance of black ones,
well,
which
I'm
we
a
all know.
law-abiding guy. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
She said I trust a cop here in Chicago.
Basically, yes.
He's an authority figure.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think because of the color of your skin, he's out to get you? That's a lie. That's a conspiracy
that,
theory.
And a
That's a
million
lie.
other reasons. Because I'm poor, I think he's out to get me because he knows I don't know a doctor, lawyer, or my cousin isn't a judge. He thinks I'm an easy prey. I think there's a lot of victims, a lot of reasons he thinks I'm a victim.
So you think your understanding of police is that they're predators? Why aren't they? I think most police officers wake up in the morning, do their job to serve and protect as best they can. They're not perfect, but I do think they do.
Well, let's argue that, man. I'm going to say that their job is to be predators, to prey on you, bruh. Right? If authority figures tells you you should owe $1,000 for making a U-turn, that's okay. We should just roll with that.
Listen, Joe, let me ask you one question.
Hey, Ben Thorpe, you're going against my rulings as a police officer out here on these YouTube streets. You know, speaking the truth. You know, I'm gonna impose a felony upon you, $1,000, bro.
Right,
Joe. Cool. Let me ask you a question. If you thought your life was in danger, who would you call? Who would you call
my life
to come and protect
in
you?
danger countless times, man, and I've never called a cop to protect me.
You would call the cops. You're just a lying sack of shit. You would call the cops.
Yeah,
you would call the cops. Quit lying.
Listen, should I show you where I live? Can I show you my fucking neighborhood? I've been shot at 20 times before when I was 19 years old. I'm 55 this year. Still ain't called a cop, bro. So what is your point?
Okay, but
I want to know what Joe's world is. If there's nobody to enforce any laws here, what's Joe's world?
You'd call the cops. You call the cops. And if you had a heart attack, you'd call 911. Obviously,
no, I've run about many overdose people, and I do call for a paramedic, but I don't call the cops.
All right. So why do you trust that authority?
I don't think they're an authority. I don't think cops are an authority. If you break no law, cops are not authority. Do you understand that?
An authority is not predicated on whether someone breaks a law.
You think cops have authority?
They're representatives of the state. Yes.
You think cops,
limited
the law
authority.
Yeah, hold on, Joe. Cool, he just hung himself. Hey, Ben Thorpe.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna need $1,000 in your daughter's hand in marriage right now. You've offended me. I'm a cop out here in these YouTube streets.
You're a truther cop.
Even the law tells you have no cops have no authority.
Oh no! You just said cops have authority. You said trust all cops. I'm here right now.
No, I was talking to. You're talking to dude. I was talking to him as well. Even the law tells you cops have no authority.
Joe, can you not keep a light on in there? Is there a problem? Is this white man oppressing you? Just turn the fucking light on.
Get it. Joe, who's enforcing anything in your world? Let's imagine Joe runs the world. Who's enforcing things?
Well, Joe runs the world. I'm gonna teach personal responsibility first, but people will get out of line.
So you're gonna trust people to do the right thing.
Let's get rid of the cops in Chicago and see how that goes.
After one sentence, you may be led to believe that, but no, that's not what I'm saying. That's the danger of cutting the motherfucker off after the first sentence. The second sentence was people will act up, and I will do what I do now. I handle it and call my guys. And that's
so anybody handles it their own way, right?
Ahead.
Vigilante justice.
Anybody handles it their own way, right, Joe?
No.
Is that how you want to do it?
I said no. In fact, we have strict rules. If you get it wrong,
who enforces those rules, Joe?
We do.
Who is
me, motherfucker? Me.
Whoever's got the biggest gun. Who's ever got the biggest gun?
Who's the arbiter of who's right and wrong in those situations?
Well, in my neighborhood, it's really gang.
It's me and my hood, right? Me and my hood. We just figured it out, right?
Did you want an answer, or are you just trying to be funny? Because I could be a worse
TV, you think it's any different? You think that who was the original police officers? The Irish. The Irish who were oppressed, and the Irish took over with their gang lifestyle, and they imposed police force.
These guys that sit around and talk, oh, the police be doing all this shit to us.
What you guys don't understand is what you don't understand is a government is a natural. It's a natural institution, just
That's
like
what
a
I'm talking
family.
about. Me and my people govern ourselves.
No, you're not.
They do. Yeah.
The biggest guns, they have some type of claim over you.
So
This is
me
not
and my gangs it's feudalism. So what you're pushing is feudalism. Okay, we all just kind of have our own things, but whoever has the most power,
you're gonna take Chicago and make Chicago, which is already a disaster, 10,000 times worse.
No. You guys did. Your authority who decided to strip us of our weapons and leave us unarmed. That was your authority who made that decision.
Who's you? Who's you?
All of these,
Who's you?
You cats who follow authority, who think authority is God.
White people?
Nobody says we.
Are you niggas even white? I don't think most of you guys are even white.
Authority is necessary.
I identify as more Hispanic than most, blacker than most black people.
The top three, I got questions.
Authority is not escapable, sir. In no system that you can.
I'm blacker than you, Joe Cool. I can hang in Chicago. I would help people in Chicago. Black people would give me a rap. They think you're a white boy. You are a white boy.
Your only answer that I've asked you is how are you going to fix this? Is I'm going to teach people how to act right, and then we're going to fix it ourselves.
We have to govern ourselves, TV. We have to.
Sense.
What men do.
That's not applicable at all.
Why don't you get out of your car? Why don't you go out of your car, Joe Cool, and go to a bunch of people who are doing up to no good and tell them, yo, Joe Cool's here to straighten you people out.
But they're not governing themselves, are they? They're not governing themselves, those people.
I do that every night. When I chase the police, I am going after the bad guys. No gang member ever kidnapped my family, took my car, took my house over a few dollars because he thought I owed him money.
You said there were 20 bullets that whizzed by your head. How many came out of a police gun?
No, I didn't say 20 bullets. I said 20 separate incidents. 20 separate incidents being shot at. Many more bullets.
All right, how many of those bullets came from a police officer's weapon?
I don't think
Zero.
I don't think I've ever been shot at by a police officer.
Zero. Okay, right. So where did the bullets come from?
The people in my neighborhood.
Okay, and who is it that is the last line of defense when people in your neighborhood are shooting their guns off?
Me, other people in my neighborhood.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, we all
Good
die
luck with
alone,
that.
man.
That's how
We die alone. We die by ourselves.
You? That's the last line of defense.
Every one of us.
Of the city of Chicago is Joe Cool smoking his weed. I wouldn't want to be in Chicago, man. Remind me to go around it when you get elected.
Listen, there is no difference.
Might is right state.
The police, am I correct in saying the police are we the people, get the police to come out there. They're part of us. Even by your scenario, we help ourselves. What is the difference between
they are authorities?
Because some authority figure in your head planted them, some white dude says
natural
that this
law.
Guy is natural.
Dude, why do you got to make it racial?
Why
you got to make it racial? I'm blacker than you, motherfucker.
I'm just fucking with
I'm blacker than you, motherfucker. I can sing the blues. Let's sing the blues. Let's have a blues sing-off. You're a white boy running around chasing police officers doing your First Amendment bullshit.
Let's get this shit back on. I stepped away for a minute.
I would help black people in Chicago. You're making their lives worse.
Listen.
Oh, wait. Illumitami.
Listen, man. I wasn't trying to get on Joe Cool's case. I just wanted him to understand something, that any sort of system you want to in place, whether it be educating people and this, that, and the other, that all sounds great, but it comes to the point of enforcing these concepts. How are you going to do that?
Most of it is supposed to be handled.
It's not going to be based on, I trust my brother to do the right thing.
I didn't say that. That's your argument. That's your straw that you would like to present and defend.
I'm sorry. Explain to me how you enforce something in your scenario.
Yes, we do it every day. I told you, this is a gang culture where you keep that bearded mouth shut. This is a gang culture. We already have our rules in play. These things occur every freaking day. Someone gets out of line, and we have our rules that have been established the same way everybody else has established rules. The people in my neighborhood.
So here's the problem with what you're describing. Imagine me living in a Paul unslaved neighborhood as a good guy. Would you not all be shaking me down every day for doing nothing?
I don't want to go into your drama with Paul.
No, it's not my drama. It's what your drama is. You let them support your logic, and now that you are bringing your logic to some real Americans, you're getting wrecked, Joe Cool.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Hold on, Illumitami. So then carry that further. What would you do to enforce the law?
I live in the type of neighborhood Joe talks about as a lone white boy, and him and his online friends try and tell me I don't do shit. But the first time I met Joe Cool, he gave me props for showing that I do live in a place like this.
Yeah, well, you're wounded.
Why is it a sign of success that you live in a shithole? I don't understand.
Tommy. You
Because
do stupid shit and I call it out. I don't call fucking Paul or Jack before I tell you how dumb something you said is. There's
but you don't realize that even the unslavia talk about how dumb you are behind your back, because right now you're saying
talking about Paul, dude.
Right now you're seeing that your logic about all this
Okay, enough of that.
Yeah,
dude.
it's human nature.
He's that
People
backstage
talk
for
about
like
you
10
behind
minutes.
your
He gets
back.
up within the first 5 seconds. He's talking about Paul. What the fuck?
He's got to, right?
He's like his greatest fucking cheerleader.
I agree with Joe that most problems should be solved locally.
Thank you
Most
for that.
problems
That's
should
all
be
I was
happening within the family, in the neighborhood. But I'm saying when all that breaks down, when people don't give a fuck about you and your legitimate right to like lay down the law, then someone else has to really come in with
Give me an example
overwhelming
of what it looks
force.
like when it breaks down. Give me an example of that.
Well,
when I need
you
to call the
talk
police.
about a scenario. You pull over to the side of the road and you're saying, let's say you're saying people are dealing in illegal drugs that are undermining the fabric of your neighborhood, right? And they're making people into zombies.
I already disagree with you. I don't give a fuck if a grown man sells drugs. Big Pharma does it all.
What if he's selling them to little kids? What if he's selling them to little kids in the elementary school?
What if he's selling drugs in your neighborhood?
Yeah, listen, we shut down when the schools get out, so the kids don't have to see that shit. We shut down the drug spots.
Well, what if someone doesn't shut them down and deals them to the kids?
Yeah, so you should go to your doctor and get a prescription.
We handle that shit well. We're really.
Well, what if they got
better
more
than the
weapons
cops.
than you and they don't get right? Okay, fine, then it succeeds.
cartel
But I'm
situation.
saying, what if someone comes in there and doesn't give a fuck about you and says,
gets
"I got more
dealt
guns
with.
than you do"?
Basically, Joe Cool.
We got 60
Joe Cool, you're basically pushing the anarcho-capitalist nightmare, where it's just might is right, and everyone's in charge of their own.
Isn't that ultimately
protection and
the
security.
de facto? Isn't that ultimately
Government
the de facto
now.
state of human beings? Is
is.
the people with the most violence will always rule, and that's where
No,
we're at right
it
now,
can- it
and
can
we'll
be
always
two
be in
things
that
at
no
the
matter
same
what
time.
happens.
No,
It can be two things at the same time. We're in charge of our, protection on our own with our families and whatnot, and then there's a larger protection.
Right.
Where-
The two natural organs of society are the family
where
and the
the
state.
police-
There has always been that.
And I'm
Not the family
saying-
and the community.
Well, go move to fucking Somalia and see how it goes, brother.
Not the family.
Go
and the
move to
community.
fucking Yemen and see how it goes.
Slow down. You're going too fast, man. I ain't gonna allow this.
You guys are living in arbitrary.
Go
things
where
that
there's no
don't
government and see
exist.
how it goes.
You're
Who
like,
says no government? I'm okay here. It's just when the cops come around, shit get fucked up. Normally, I don't get disrespected. I go years without getting respected until some cop decides to tell me stand over there. It can't be more than 4 of y'all on the corner. You're
You see,
loitering.
now, wait a second. Now, I'm going to tell you something about black culture. There's all this bullshit about respect. Who fucking cares about your respect? That's hillbilly white boy shit that you guys picked up in the South. You don't deserve it. Joe Cool, you're a weed smoking guy. I understand you understand certain things, but you're also a pothead hanging out in your car. You don't deserve the respect that you think you deserve. You're just a person.
I don't think that hanging in a car or smoking weed has
That's the
anything to
problem
do
with black people.
respect.
They all want respect. Don't touch my shoes. I'm gonna kill you. Don't touch my shoes. Don't diss me. Fuck
Listen,
you
I'm not
guys.
I'm not gonna argue with that shit over you because we are way too into that respect shit. I would agree with you on that shit.
Blacks and Italians, too much on the respect thing.
Yeah.
If a cop wants to tell me to move and I feel embarrassed because that happens in front of my wife and kids. Fuck me. I'm moving.
Can we get back to where you guys were before it went off into sovereign citizen land?
Well, it wasn't sovereign citizen. It was more like
No, it wasn't, but it was a
it was running
authority
into
became
like
police.
it's like we don't need cops to exist. I mean, it's a utopian bullshit and cap thing that's not real. It's an abstraction. It lives in your head, but in application it falls apart.
But it's true that if you had healthier families, you'd need less cops in these neighborhoods. That's true,
Right.
obviously. Where
That's
they're
clearly
intact
not
families.
the case.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
where
isn't
school
that-
systems are healthier, you need less cops. The problem becomes if you bring the cops in to solve all of your problems,
Right.
and you see the cops as the enemy, now you've created a war zone in which the cops
Right.
are only one. They can make it worse than they make it better. I've been in these cultures. Nobody talks to the cops. No one helps the cops solve the problem. So murderers,
I think in this
murders-
age they need to go to school for like a longer period of time. I think maybe like being a cop should be like you should go to school like as long as like a doctor or a lawyer goes to school.
It's not
be a
about
cop.
education. No. It's maturity.
No, to be a
And
cop,
the problem is black cops are the least mature cops of all. They're mama's boys and they're shit talkers. And they beat that guy who got killed. Where was it? Who got killed by a bunch of black cops? White cops generally do not treat someone that way. They don't encounter someone, yank him out of the car, scare the fuck out of this little kid who's obviously not violent, and then go beat the shit out of him when he runs away. That's black culture at work. It's mama's boys trying to compensate
Who
and be
created
big
the
shots.
black culture?
I think it came from Southern hillbilly culture. It's the same fucking white trash, respect, dueling, my honor, your honor. It's bullshit. That's why
They would
black
come
people
from media programming.
Black people should become Catholics. Africans don't have these problems. That's why I want to start an exchange program where we send some of the blacks back to Africa, and some of the Africans, we pull them over here in an exchange program. Doesn't that sound great?
Oh.
And they could say, if it's the white man, which Joe Cool's not exactly saying, but he kind of is, then let's see how Joe Cool does in Africa, filming everyone and trying to say it's authority. It doesn't make sense. He will be told quite quickly that we believe in authority here, and we don't care about your camera. Shut the fuck up.
It's
You get
funny.
in line.
No, you're absolutely correct. It's funny, these types that talk about it, they're so anti-police.
Are you two on the same page now?
Man, I'm actually with them on this, and not to the degree that I'm buying blue support the blue line or whatever bumper sticker, but to some degree,
I back the blue.
Back the blue, whatever. There's some degree. There's no way that you can't escape enforcement. Okay,
Right.
There's no escaping that. Someone has to be the arbiter of enforcement, and he can't just be me against my neighbor. Then
mayhem.
it's just feudalism. Then it's just
All of these people. Oh, no, you should take all these guys like him and send them on an exchange program to Yemen, where there is lawlessness, and see how your system works.
That's what I'm getting at too. You don't see these guys going somewhere else. If it's such
go to fucking Ukraine, enjoy it. It's lawless. Enjoy it, Joe Cool.
Utopian world to you. Then why haven't you actively found a way to leave? They won't do it. They will never do it because all they sit around and talk about is this utopian thing, and they just want to espouse about it endlessly.
Yeah. What about that, Joe Cool? Why don't we send you to Yemen, and we'll take a Yemenis guy who doesn't mind having police around, and we'll ship him over here and see how it goes.
Albert, we move you to Sudan. Let's go to Sudan. Go to Sudan. Go ahead.
Hold on, let him answer.
Yeah. Do I want to go to Sudan or Yemen? You probably don't want to go there the same way I don't want to go there. I'm not understanding why I'd want to go there and you wouldn't. I'm not sure why I want to go to
because
Yemen.
it's lawlessness. It's you and your homies in Jeeps with AK-47s trying to enforce the law against the other tribe.
That, man? I'm a man of morality. I don't want lawlessness. Why do you assume
you want to chase the cops out of Chicago?
You think I want to get rid of cops?
Y'all want to chase the cops out of this chat. I've been more oppressed and banned in this chat than anyone else, and I'm the only one out here to call myself Truther Cop. Come on now.
I'd be okay with police. You hit a ghetto bird up over.
Mike is way too loud, man. We gotta lower this.
You hit a ghetto bird.
I'm not saying police are the answer to the problems in the hood.
Why don't I tell you
the
what
problem?
I want so you guys don't assume? Yeah, I would like the police to just adhere to what you guys are saying. When there is a problem, that's when called. I don't want them to use us as a source of income. I don't want them to harm anyone who hasn't harmed anyone, who hasn't harmed anyone's property or something. I don't want them involved in that type of stuff. Then that type of police I can get behind.
Yeah,
right,
well, is it okay if police are walking around your neighborhood, keeping an eye on things, or no?
Absolutely. I'm the friendliest fuck in the world. I tell these guys, one of my buddies' kids coming in from the academy, I say, you make sure that you connect us so I can make his life easier. They will tell you, man. Fuck,
Why don't you take your camera? Why don't you take the camera that you have and photograph all the criminals doing crime and bring it to the police and cooperate with them and getting rid of them?
I'm sorry.
You think that's going to make them do anything different?
I think it's.
Yeah.
I disagree with what you.
Thank
call
you, Jessica
crime.
Jane. Thank
if
you.
no man is hurt, I'm not okay with the police jumping on people, knocking some old lady out, shocking people because they moved their hand too fast on the wheel, or killing someone because he was reaching for his wallet. Well, it could have been a gun. I'm not okay with none of that.
Yeah, well, you're not okay with it. It's called reality. If you're in a situation that's dangerous and you pull someone over for a legitimate reason and they reach for something that you would expect to be a gun, then they are putting themselves in an incredibly dangerous situation. The police have to defend themselves, and sometimes they make a mistake.
Agreed.
That's
so
obvious.
Do I get the same? That's obvious. It's human nature. Do I get the same courtesy? Because that dangerous environment that they work in, I live here. So I should carry 2 guns by your logic. And if this person flinches fast, I should be able to shoot them twice as fast.
Because you do not you are not the representative of the authority of the state.
Ooh, what
Oi, Ben, where do you fall on the gun issue? Because
what is a state, bro? A state is what we are, the state of our being.
No,
the
like
state,
TBE,
government, the legitimate government.
No, it's the state of our being.
For authority. You're arguing for authority, and that's where I was coming through on the gun issue.
What about you had a question about the gun issue?
Yeah, so it's like, Ben, where do you fall? Should guns be regulated then? If the police are the authority, should they be?
Nope.
They're only one.
I think that our culture, like I said, black and white, we have a problem in America that we are gun happy. We have a problem with, because of our origins and because of cowboy movies, we think.
Hold on, I gotta get someone. Hold on.
Go cool, they're after you, brother.
I'm after them, baby.
No, it ain't him. I'm after someone else right now. Hold on.
And just so Ben knows, like, guys, well, actually, the whole panel.
You're making.
I'm sorry. I'll just shut the fuck up. Send me backstage.
Yeah, go backstage, Tommy. You're nothing, bro. Yeah, but you're making the same.
Come on, Drew. Send me backstage.
Yeah, now
I'm invalid, right? Send me the fuck backstage.
There you go. Just
Tommy, chill, bro. Dang.
He's mad.
I try to let him up, and he can't.
This guy couldn't be more of a pariah, right? He's acting like he is a. It's so good. It's kind of funny.
But Joe, did we get to a concession there that you do agree that there's some sort of authority that has to enforce these rules that we all agree upon in society?
And they need extra protection.
I don't beyond our own protection between our family and our.
Yes, we need help and all of that. If that's what you're asking, we do agree on that.
Well, Joe, you understand that in those neighborhoods you have mail carriers. They have extra protection that you don't have because they're representatives of the federal government, and they have a key role to play. And when that breaks down, legal papers don't get right. So you understand that a postal worker gets rep in a tough neighborhood because they know you're fucking with the federal government and you're fucking with the postal worker.
I know,
even though, and every Every hood rat knows that's true. You don't fuck with the mailman because you're fucking with the federal government.
Exactly. They
He
have
brings
their
you your
protections
check
here
number
because
first.
we insure them the same way the police insure them. Yeah,
Yep.
bro.
See, the
I'm
thing
finna
that makes
harass some of them
panels
police you was
pointless
just talking
sometimes
about.
is
Listen,
I
they all
already
over the
squared
place.
Joe away on this shit the other night, and he goes to every panel, including Lauren's viewing party for her show going to some 4 million subscriber show, and you always turn it into this racist cop bullshit, Joe. It's like we could be talking about bakery recipes, and he's gonna turn
No,
it
fucking
racist cop
goes.
bullshit.
Joe's gonna get himself right in the middle of a fucking incident.
Yo, he's getting pulled over right now.
Shoot the cop.
He's known as an auditor,
I
but he's
got him.
not a nice
I
auditor.
wanted to bring some content to the panel.
You got him, shoot the cop.
I wanted to bring some content in here. What's going on?
Cool. Yeah, you better put them hands on the wheel, dude. You're black, smoking a blunt.
Listen, at some point, I'm gonna have to cut you guys off. We're gonna have to go step.
No, you ain't.
No, not if you want to survive. You better keep us on here if you want to live.
They heard you talking shit
According
on
to
the
your
panel.
description. Oh, he's
Yeah.
not getting pulled over. He wouldn't have just got out of the car if he was getting pulled over.
No way.
Bro.
He's gonna make a
I
YouTube
gotta
video
go
real
static.
quick.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Bruh.
right when he was finally getting good.
Trash. That was such trash, dude. What you
Dude, I like Joe Cool, but what I said, it's bullshit. He is always on that tip.
You got smoked, man. Get up out of here with your.
Bro, he could have.
I've been on
some
YouTube
gold,
channels
bro.
that just follow the scanner all night long and they follow the cops.
He's trying to keep that gold
That's
for
what
himself.
he does. Only he goes up and gives them attitude a lot. I'm like,
Right.
how are we going to solve the cop issue while you're giving them attitude all the time?
The black
I'll
amount.
agree.
I think
I'll
they're used
agree.
to it.
Some
They're used to it.
All right. Lumitami, bye. Too much.
He probably plays an okay role.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good. Just bring it in every now and again. It's like the jester or whatever.
The problem with guys like Joe is if they make cops' lives harder, the cops are going to quit that job. And who are they going to get to replace them? Someone who is less trained, less experienced, and is going to be more likely to use violence. So it's a downward spiral. The more you criticize the cops, the worse cops you're going to get. The more violence you're going to get. Right. And they're going to begin to see it as a job that only an asshole wants. The worst guys in the academy are going to get those jobs. They're going to be basically thugs. And it's a downward spiral because black people don't want to cooperate with the society in which they're living.
So BV,
So that's why I say go to Africa and they'll straighten you out, because if it's
BV, you
always
agree
the
with
white
us,
man
right?
correcting you.
You believe that
Pardon?
police need to exist to enforce rules, right?
Yeah, they're like the regulated authority that is neutral. They're a neutral arbiter, I guess you could say.
Which is your big main argument with why normal people shouldn't have guns, is the police have them and no one else should own them, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the highest level of violence is like assigned to a neutral arbiter. You know,
Because I remember we had a conversation where you believe no one should own guns except the police.
For self defense, I said that the police should be the regulated authority that own weaponry.
Well, let's take it to
Like,
the highest level. What if there was a world government that had a world army? Would that, and then that's all the conspiracy guys' biggest nightmare, right?
Biggest wet dream.
Yeah, well,
it
both,
is, isn't
right?
it? Yeah.
I
mean,
think there should be. There should be.
You think there should be a one world government, one world religion, one world currency?
I think that people at this point need to work together, and a government that has a real authority. It's the United Nations, right? Is what it would be, but the United Nations with teeth. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to argue that the last 30 years haven't been spiraling out of control. So
we've got to learn to work together. Right. There should
Sorry,
be.
when I turned on the police lights just a moment ago, the connection got lost. I don't know what happened.
The Ukrainians and the Russians should be forced to sit down and come up with a settlement at gunpoint.
Yeah, I
Corn
mean,
Nitro
maybe
is a
not at
cap.
gunpoint, but they should be forced. You know,
They
You're
should
corny,
be forced
GG.
to figure something out. The insanity that's going on there makes no sense. It is beneath the dignity of human beings, let alone Christians, to be doing what they're doing there because they can't come to a negotiated settlement. And they're both armed to the teeth and ready to go all the way to obliterating their country to defend themselves.
No,
It's
it is-
ridiculous.
I mean, who's continuing that to go on? Is it Russia or is
The
it
people,
sides.
man. The
Both
people.
sides.
There's no such thing as
Is it-
Russia.
is
It's
it
like
not-
Coca-Cola.
Is it not your? Is it not our country that's continuing this shit on? Do you not see your fucking neighborhoods with the Ukraine?
You don't think there's a
flag up?
you don't think there's a
Let's keep the war going. We have the Ukrainian flags up.
you don't think there's a strain
Oh,
you don't
absolutely it
there's
is,
a-
yeah.
You don't think there's a strain of Russian thought that it's extremely paranoid?
Well, how does this war started? This war's been going on forever. Why are we now paying attention to it?
What are you
is it
talking about?
now? We
I'm
What do you
not
mean?
sure. I'm really not sure, but it seems.
What do you
to
mean
be
this war's
really
been going on forever?
Hasn't Ukraine and Russia been doing this for I don't know, forever?
30 years.
No.
30 years.
No.
30 years. It's been warming up. Oh,
Maybe
but
it's been
toilet.
going on
Like,
for a while.
Shout out to my the Nazis in Ukraine.
Phoebe, it's been
They
going
still
on
run
for
the
a while,
government.
right?
Yeah. Like 30 years, like of consistent violence on the territory bounds for sure. It's an
skirmishes,
ethnic
but not a
divide
war.
in some. Yeah, but toilet. Like, do you see what I mean now with the whole authority thing? Like, that's the only argument I was making. You know.
No, I mean I understand, but I still think people should have
Yeah.
their own guns. I think.
I see where you're coming from.
Families, I
Yeah,
think
for
families
sure.
and people on their own should have their own personal protection in case of
Do not begin to sympathize with this Australian fucking this immigrant over here on these YouTube streets
I mean, we fundamentally don't agree
trying to
on.
immigrate into our country with his ideas about how we should disarm ourselves.
I mean, we don't agree on that. I believe that we have a right to own guns, like however many guns.
Well, you don't have you don't have
I
an unlimited
see what you.
right.
We're 3 hours in. I think I'm gonna shut it down.
Salute.
Aphrodite just got here.
Oh, I want to see her one more time.
Good stream.
Aphrodite, let's work it
Good
out.
stream,
Let's
everyone.
work it out. Let's work it out.
Good job. Thanks for being here.
One more
Thanks for
time.
streaming.
I'm the only true
Thanks, man.
feminist.
JG, good to see you again.
I was just
Phoebe.
ending it.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Rose, I love.
Was I one of? Oh, am I on?
I'll
Yeah,
leave her
I
on
was
for
just
a
shutting
little
it down.
bit.
You
Just
wanna
for
say
a
something
minute.
quick?
Just for a minute. Let's make some peace between the sexes. Aphrodite, I'm sorry for what I said about your tits, and also spanking you. I was just kidding around. No.
It's breaking up on me, but thanks for the apology, Ben. I appreciate it.
I'm just kidding around. You seem like a lovely young woman, and I have no ill intentions.
Yeah, I have no ill intentions either. I really like Grace. I want the best for her.
Right. We should be friends. We both want that.
Go on the Thorpe stream, Aphrodite.
Yeah, you should come on sometime.
All right. I was going to talk about my cop encounter, but I have a bad connection. So,
I can hear you fine.
We'll shut it down. Have a
All
good
right.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Ben Thorpe, have a good night. Machine Lies, how much time you got?
Whatever. I mean, I'm probably staying up all night.
How about
scared
this? I wanna chat with just you. How about I shut this down and then I'll fire one up on my main channel and we'll just shoot the shit for a little bit.
Okay.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Everyone go to the Chalk Body Outline channel. I'm gonna give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna run to the bathroom and then I'll email you the link to join because I have your email.
For sure.
And then we'll just chop it up, just me and you.
For sure. Yeah, I'd like
All right,
that.
man. Peace out.